We are back again. Welcome everybody to the Pantsless Podcast. Episode 6 means that we've been doing this for 6 fucking months. That's half a year.
Woo.
It's a long fucking time.
Yeah. It doesn't seem that long. It seems like it's only been like 2 months to me.
Yeah. What's even nuttier to think about is like we started by covering the Game Awards, and next month we'll be covering E3.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, E3 is next month. It's the most magical time of the year for me. Like by far. I'm not even kidding. I don't care about Christmas, New Year's, or any other holiday. I care about E3. I know it's a corporate shit show, but my god, I have a stiffy already. And I'm ready. I'm ready. Bring it on. Even EA, bring it on.
Balls.
Really? That's the one? That's
Yeah.
the one you had to mention?
Yeah, that's the one because EA is the first one. Always, because they don't technically attend E3, but they still have their own thing. Anyway, everybody welcome. Today here with us is the usual suspects, Grady and Trevor the Miracle. And once again, our Krendor. If you don't know who Krendor is, he was friends with Total Biscuit and the co-optional podcast people. And anytime anybody from the core co-optional podcast was off, Krendor usually stepped in, and Sully's kind of becoming our own Krendor.
So I'm basically your side bitch.
Essentially, yeah, you're my side bitch.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
it.
well, yeah.
You'll always
That's
be
a
my
win
main
in my
bitch,
book.
Sully.
Yeah.
You'll always be my main bitch.
So you're
Thanks,
Gradiggy's main bitch and my side bitch. It's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
you gotta take what you can.
Yeah, man. I also totally forgot to put the welcome text on, but that's okay. I mean, still 6 months in, I'm learning, and fucking up, you know? It's okay. We're all good. Anyway,
We had no tech issues.
no tech issues whatsoever this time either. Hello, YouTube. You are watching this in the future, and we are in the past, and we had absolutely no tech issues. And we shall
Amen.
never have.
And started on time.
On time, too. That exactly. Right when we were supposed to. I don't know why, but it feels like we haven't had a podcast in forever. And it's usually always like about 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks before the next one, depending on what we do and how my impossible schedule looks like.
Yeah, it does seem like it's been forever.
Maybe it's because I've suppressed the last episode from my mind because the recording was absolute garbage because my microphone was too loud. So chat, for the love of God, this time, tell me if someone's voice is too loud so I can fucking fix it. Anyway, let's hop into the things. What we're gonna do this time around, we're gonna talk about some industry news and in like now, and then we're gonna cover Overwatch Workshop, which none of us have played, so obviously our opinions of it are as valid as anybody's. And the main portion of this thing is gonna be pre-E3. I'm gonna avoid the word hype till no end. I'm not gonna use it. And then we're gonna talk
Trigger
about
warning.
some games that we've been playing. Sully's gonna be. I'm gonna be the guy who's excited for E3, and Sully's gonna be the guy who's gonna put me down constantly. Which is
Wow, Sully, are you a hater?
I don't care.
So you're a hater.
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
really
that-
a hater, but I mean, like, if there's a game that's gonna come out, then it's gonna fucking come out, bro. I don't know. I never really bought into like big conventions like this and stuff. Like if I hear about a game and I'm interested in it or I see gameplay, then all right, cool. But I don't jerk off in the bathroom 3 hours before E3 comes on.
I feel like I'm getting called out.
I probably
But,
say
you
I'm
know,
in the same
yeah.
boat as Sully.
Okay, you fucking haters.
I'm more in the boat with Sully than Yeah.
Been in the bathroom.
The two guys. Yeah.
Me and
And
Joe
that's
are the
why on
bathroom
my
people.
screen,
Hello?
you're above me, so I can put you on a pedestal.
Yeah, I'm definitely an E3 hype guy. I have like 2 or 3 different Discord channels where like I'm watching it the whole time and they're watching it the whole time, and we basically all have caps lock on and we're like, oh my god, did you see this? And it's a good time. It's like a whole event. It's basically a week of just being excited with a bunch of other dumb nerds about video games. I get into it.
Yeah.
We don't need
I
haters.
I see the appeal to it. Like, I'm not like against people being excited for it. I just like, I would be fine if they just released like a, E3 whatever year YouTube channel and just like posted everything they're going to show, and so I can just click and be like, I want us to look at that. I want to look at that. I want to look at this, and then,
All right.
I'm not.
We're going to talk about E3 a little bit later into the podcast, but let's start with some stupid industry news in our news section called Rapid Newsfire. And first off, I said I'm going to open up the thing, but we're already 15 minutes in, so whatever, I'm going to open with this thing now. Facebook is releasing a tablet that doesn't do the work of a tablet. And it's awesome.
Did Sully tell you about that?
Of
Yeah.
course I did. We talked about this for like an hour.
It's so dumb.
It is
My
hands
God.
down the most useless thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Have you
It's-
ever wanted a
it's stupid.
tablet but without all the conveniences of having a tablet?
So what does it do? It acts like a phone. That's what I got out of it. It acts like basically a phone but with video. So I can call someone on like Messenger, and it opens up a little window, and then your buddy is on the other end. It has some things where the camera moves around where in proportion of where you're standing, and you can add other people into the call. And that's it. It looks like a tablet. It doesn't act like a tablet. It doesn't do what a tablet does, but it's essentially a video phone.
Yeah, it is a dedicated FaceTime machine, is what it is. It is a dedicated FaceTime machine.
Yeah.
The only thing that like really I thought maybe would give it promise is it's got the, and I can't say it too loud, it's got the Alexa integration because mine will start popping off and like searching for weird stuff again. Don't order that. But that's the only cool thing about it. Like it's really not that useful. It's not an iPad. It's not like an Android device. It's just for video calls.
And
Yeah.
Like, why do you need that? You have
The-
a cell phone. I
the
don't care if you're
one-
80.
The one pass I would give it is if it was like a particularly large screen, like dedicated to that.
It's like
But it's not.
this big.
Yeah, it's just normal tablet. Like if it was like a some kind of monitor, like a 20-inch monitor or something that you put up on your wall and like you could gather around it and call people from far away, but it's not. It's still just a tablet size.
And let's
Yeah.
not forget its main purpose is Facebook calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's built for. Facebook Messenger and Facebook Video.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's stupid. But it exists apparently now, so that's why we mention it here.
But with this amazing device, how much does it cost?
I was
I don't
about to
know.
ask.
I don't know if the video even had any price in it.
Facebook, what is it?
It's probably like $500.
$500 for that shit?
Maybe, I don't know. I want to say it's like $299 or something.
$299 is way too much.
I might
Yeah,
be making that up.
Like you can buy the Google Fire or the Amazon Fire. Oh no, I hope no one's wake word is Amazon. That tablet, it's like $150, and I'm pretty sure it has a camera in it. What's this?
I mean, whatever price it is, if it's over $100, then it's too much.
It's $199
So, yeah,
according
well,
to
yeah.
Hecubus.
Yeah, chat's saying $199, and I think $199 is too much. Slash that price in half, and I might buy it for my grandma.
I don't know. It's still stupid.
And you have to really rely on other people to buy it too.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
the
mean it
thing,
lives or
like-
dies on that, right?
Yeah, if you buy it, You might have maybe one other family member buy it or something. Maybe.
Well, I can see them trying to push this thing like in a bundle, like buy 5 of them, like for mom and dad and the 3 kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
it's
can't
still
just be
stupid.
like normal kids and dangle your ball sack in front of a phone camera.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
do you need to have this thing like in one hand, it dangles here, and then you dangle your balls in it? And
No, it's got a mount.
oh, okay. Oh, that's man.
I guess that's the convenience of it, obviously.
The Fire HD tablet, which does have a camera, a forward-facing camera, and all the features of a tablet, is only $150. So you can either buy a dedicated Facebook video messenger for $200 or a fully functioning tablet for $150.
And download the Alexa app and it'll do the same thing.
Exactly.
Stop.
It's from Amazon. It probably has it by default.
Well, yeah.
It's still stupid.
It is.
So-
Yeah, it is stupid.
So let's move on. So the next thing I wanna quickly show, we found this thing. It is it's an RGB gaming desk, and an important note here. Important note here is it is a desk a standing desk, so you can lower and like go up and down with the desk. But here's the thing: the entire desk is a mouse pad. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna show you a picture. So this is how it looks. This is the gaming mouse pad desk, and it has like lights on. But I wanna quickly show you guys another thing. I'm gonna switch scenes just for this thing. But where's the there it is. Okay, so look at this, guys. This is a promotional picture for this gaming desk. It has the PC, the chair, and the headphones and the things. And look at this. What is this here? What is this right here on this gigantic mouse pad desk? That is a mouse pad on a mouse pad. What the fuck is that?
In a
They're double
solid
dipping.
6 inches to move your mouse.
Yeah.
on
Yeah, I
that
mean,
desk.
if you
so
have
much
all
room
this shit
in
on
that
it. So... I mean, I think Sully saw this, or Trevor saw it. We were talking about this yesterday, and it's like in voice. And is that a fucking mouse pad on the mouse pad? It is. It's a fucking mouse pad.
I'm just utterly disgusted at the price and honestly like the lack of functionality that it actually has.
Wait, what's the
Especially in that
price?
picture.
Yeah, we didn't say what the price is yet.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So this desk will total you $1,200.
We just buy a whole mess of mouse pads and glue them together. It's cheaper. You
Glue
can
them to yourself and become the
Just
mouse
buy a-
pad. It'll still be
Buy a
cheaper.
big mouse pad.
I mean, it's
Okay,
still.
right.
It's you can still put the desk the desk goes up and down.
I will say, if the desk was $500 or $600, it'd be worth it because stand-up desks are already worth $400 by themselves. So, $500 or $600 to have the lights and everything, I would say so. But they're doubling that with $1,200.
Yeah, I have no idea how much like mechanized standing desks cost in the U.S., but they're super expensive here.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're pretty pricey.
like paying €1,000 for a standing desk here is pretty common. Like you can get a shitty desk for like under 1,000.
Yeah, I think you can probably get a cheap stand-up desk here for about $350.
I think the biggest reason this really sent me on a tirade, what was it, last night or the night before, is I think it was like three on this desk. And the entire top of it is surprise mouse pad. It's like all mouse pad texture, like the hard plastic.
Mm.
And it works perfect. It's fine. Though I do have a mouse pad on it. Whatever, fight me. But it came with lights. Thumbs up. And it cost a quarter of what that cost.
I mean,
But what brand is it? That's what I'm paying for. I'm interested in what the name is. What can
Don't
I tell
ask me
people I
important
bought?
questions.
Look, if Harley Davidson sold a computer desk, I'd probably buy it.
Are you really about to be that guy?
No, I am the opposite of a name guy.
So this is the name of the desk because obviously the desk has a name.
Huh.
Thermal takes level 20 RGB battle station gaming desk.
You're paying for the words because there's a lot of words in the name.
So
Where's the? Yeah. Can I have level 19? What's
the level 19? But I think Thermal Take Incorporated is the actual company making this desk. It is a pretty monster name for a desk. I just call my desk
they're
desk.
a big name in PC.
I've never heard of them, to be honest.
Seriously?
Thermal? You've never heard of Thermal Take?
No, first time.
Wow, that's crazy.
I hate to tell you to get out, but get out.
Or get in. Just stay in. Maybe get out too.
That's it, everybody. Podcast over. I'm getting out now.
No, yeah, they Thermal Take is actually I'm surprised that they're trying to throw their weight around that much because they're actually I used to go to a huge number of LAN parties back in the day, and they always supported like with physical stuff with like good physical product. Would give us all kinds of sponsor stuff. I'm really surprised that they're going to be that kind of company about a giant mouse pad.
Yeah.
Like I've got Thermaltake stuff on my computer right now. I still buy all my cooling stuff from Thermaltake because they supported our LAN parties for so long.
Oh, well, today I learned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they got a desk for you to buy right now.
I already ordered it.
It's in the mail.
It's in the mail, indeed. All right, moving on to the next industry news. So, Valve's Index VR headset will cost you $1,000, and I would not recommend it myself. Essentially, the Valve is now like super seriously entering the VR space, and their headset it's just called Index, which is stupid name, but whatever. It's a bit pricey compared to I think it was like Oculus and I think Oculus released their headset for
I think it was 8 was their starting price.
Facebook just announced that Oculus Quest and Oculus Rift S will ship in May for $400.
I will hand it to him. The Index controllers are probably the best ones that I've seen yet.
Yeah.
As far as, comfort and functionality. That's right. I said functionality twice so far.
There's like very not good pictures of the. Oh, there's a controller. Is there a better picture of the controller?
They were originally called like the Knuckles or something, or Nux, because they have like individual pressure sensors for every finger.
Yeah.
And the best part about that, because I do have I have an HTC Vive, and I don't like the controllers for it. It feels like I'm playing two Wii's at once. And everything with that is compatible with the Vive. So, like, if I just wanted those sick controllers, I can buy those controllers for $250 instead of having to go in for the full $1,000.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and you can piecemeal every part of that for the Vive. Yeah, I think those are the ones that I remember seeing. But
yeah, those are the Index Knuckles. That's why I have that look.
Yeah. If for some reason you just have the base stations that track for motion, those are compatible with the Index. The headset is compatible with the Index. You can piecemeal this as much as you want with the HTC Vive.
So I do think that Valve will probably be successful with this because I mean it's Valve, and if it has a lot of customizability with like piecing it together, then it will sell. And the $1,000 price tag is if you buy like everything included with the headset. So, I mean,
which is already sold out.
Well, obviously. How many do they sell?
I don't know. I know that you can still buy the individual parts. Like if you just wanted I think the Knuckles are still in stock, but the like full $1,000 kit is sold out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Valve has not been successful with everything, but I mean, And apparently the VR headset that they're selling right now is really good. And it is meant for like a very spacious like space, I guess. But yeah, everybody, let's buy headsets and start streaming porn games, you know? Why not?
Are you really trying to bait that one out?
No, obviously not.
You really trying to bait that one out?
No, I'm not baiting anything out. What are you talking about?
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Because Joe bought 3 already.
Oh, okay. Of course.
It was a steal. I was hemorrhaging money not buying them, okay?
If anybody's like confused what we're
purging
talking
my wallet.
about, we're talking about a VR game that is like straight up porn.
Yeah. 100%.
Info trainer.
That's the name of it.
Info
VR.
trainer.
Info Trainer
VR.
VR.
Yeah.
I gotta know if there's one that's not VR. Hang on.
Exactly, but
Just
buyers
play the VR.
beware. The Info Trainer VR is pretty pricey. It's $50 US and 42 euros for us Europeans. Other currencies I don't know. Probably super fucking expensive in Australia because everything's expensive there.
It has a Patreon.
Yeah, that's how I found it because I couldn't find it on Steam.
My mind's blown, to be honest with you. But that's just me.
Wait, who
So
found
is
this
my
first?
load.
What was going on? I also need additional information.
A fellow Finn
Not
sent
me.
me a message earlier. Yeah, it wasn't anybody that you guys know, but a fellow Finn, because apparently I know everybody in Finland.
Yeah.
Sent me a message with a link directly to it, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll click on this and check it out. And it is not for kids.
Yeah, no,
And
I'm
it
not,
never will
I'm not
be
gonna
for
show
kids.
it. I'm not gonna show it.
No, you can't.
Oh, no.
You cannot. It is
It's straight up
yes.
porn.
We'll all get banned.
It is very, very cringe. I felt uncomfortable. My headphones were way too loud.
I'll say, if you're into that, it looks like the best game of its kind.
There we go. The positivity.
Yeah.
I will say I was shocked at how much detail there was. There are a lot of options to train your nympho, turns out. I didn't know. I was uninformed, but now I have been indoctrinated in the nympho training world. And it seems pretty thorough.
Yeah.
He has about 30 minutes logged in the game.
I don't even have my VR set up. I'm just sitting here looking at the title screen, and that's enough.
Yeah. So I mean, it exists, and apparently the Patreon was a success. So there's an audience for it, and I'm not gonna clamp down on that. I think it's like go for it. And good on Valve for selling straight up porn on Steam.
It just came out yesterday. 0 reviews, though, so be careful. Buyers beware.
There's 0 reviews because nobody dares to write a review.
No, nobody wants their friends to click on their current games and see that in their list. That's why nobody bought it.
God damn it. Anything else you guys want to quickly mention?
Oh, yeah. Can we talk about Sonic?
Sure.
Nice. Who's excited? Me? Come on.
Jim Carrey.
I never played Sonic when I was a kid.
It doesn't even matter.
Oh, I mean, the trailer looks like
garbage.
it will straight up bomb.
Something gives me nightmares about Sonic's little tiny human legs.
His leg.
I don't know why.
His legs.
His little tiny human legs, and I don't know. It's weird, man. Just burn it with fire.
They are redoing him though. They did say that they were going to completely redo this thing. So
yeah, now because of the massive backlash.
Yeah.
Wonder how high the budget is going to be to like redo him, because the film's probably almost done, I'm assuming, and now they got to go back and redo the main character. So
yeah.
Good. Shame on that.
So how do you feel about that? Like, do you like? I was thinking about that, and like, I have like kind of two different mindsets on like someone like produces a movie and like says, "Here's our movie," and then like back in the day, like if that was the movie, that was the movie that you got, and either you like it or you don't. And now it seems like people can just be like, "Oh, we don't like the way that these people did this movie. Let's just say we're not going to." Go to it or whatever, and then just make people change their mind and change the movie completely or whatever, and be able to control the movie basically. Like, do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it really depends on I think it's more of a case by case basis. Like if you were making like a completely original IP and you were just making a movie that you want to make. And people are telling you that it looks like dog trash, you do whatever you want because that's for you. I mean, you're wanting to get this story out there. But I feel like if you're making a video game adaptation, it should be a love letter to the fans of that video game.
Yeah.
And if they aren't liking it, then you did it wrong. So that's kind of where I sit on that.
Yeah, I can see that.
See, it's a difficult subject to weigh in on because I mean, I feel like it falls under the same lines of if you don't like it, then it's not the game that you want to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in the same book.
Sure.
And
I'm familiar.
I mean, if it was made and created that way, then that's the way that they wanted it. But at the same time, like, I understand why they want to do fan service so they can make a little more money. But God knows how much money they're blowing just to do this all over again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He's hideous. He's really hideous. I'd probably watch it, but he's fucking hideous.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Sonic fan in the first place. I mean, I played the games back in the day when I was a kid and stuff, but like I never watched like the animated cartoon or anything like that. So like when it comes to when I saw the character in the trailer, it didn't bother me. I was just like, oh, okay, it's just a more realistic looking Sonic, if there is one, but I can understand why people would not like the way he looks.
Yeah. I don't know that there's anyone... I don't know that big Sonic fans exist. Like, legitimately. Do they?
Oh, yeah. There's like a whole subgroup on the online of the people that are like devoted to Sonic.
I didn't even know Sonic had a storyline.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, it outside of like the comics and like direct sequels, there's not really anything tying those games together other than Sonic.
Was
as
he
far as I
an
know.
Alien?
Oh, I don't know. Some games he's from another universe. He's from like a parallel dimension.
Are we gonna go into Sonic? Like
Sonic lore?
Yeah, Sonic lore. Is there
No,
Sonic?
I'm curious because I never knew.
The only good Sonic lore is the lore from Sonic Adventure, where Knuckles is an ancient guardian protecting the universe from an evil that wants to flood the planet Noah style. That's
I thought Knuckles was the bad guy.
A nerd.
No, Knuckles. Yeah, that's true. Knuckles, like in the Sonic Adventure lore, he lives on a floating island and is protecting the Chaos Emeralds from evil so that they won't summon chaos to flood the planet, wiping out all life as we know it. Knuckles is a god, is all I'm trying to say.
Okay. Sounds fucking lame.
Yeah, it's okay.
You really just shit all over it right there.
I mean, what are you gonna do? It was the early 2000s, Tom.
Oh yeah, because that's so far away.
Hey, almost 20 years.
Yeah, goddamn, I'm so fucking old.
Yeah, you realize we're getting old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be dead next year by this time.
I threw my back out today mowing the grass, so I'm pretty old.
Well, yeah.
Getting old.
Better get a cane, dude. All right. Anything else you want to quickly talk about?
Pikachu is the highest opening video game adaptation of all time, so that's pretty cool. It only got like 100 million.
Finally,
Sonic's gonna beat it.
Sonic's not gonna beat it.
It is an actual game. I don't know that it's related to the actual game other than the name.
Okay.
I didn't play it.
So it beat Doom?
It has beaten Doom. I think was Doom the previous number one?
I was just making a joke because that movie's so bad. But
Yeah,
The
it's
greatest movie of all time, you mean?
Yeah, are you shitting on Doom right now?
Doom the movie.
You fucking. I will get on a plane. That movie is.
All right, what's another
great.
bad video game? Mario Brothers.
literally any video game movie.
Yeah, literally any
directed by,
video game movie ever.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat?
Prince of
Mortal
Persia.
Kombat was sick.
Please?
Mortal Kombat was sick.
No.
The first Mortal Kombat was okay for the time. Second one was kind of.
What about Tomb Raider?
We all know why people watch that. Let's not get into it.
I
We've already
forgot
talked
about it
it.
until just now.
There was a new Tomb Raider movie with the new chick. I don't know how well it did or not.
They got.
totally
I mean, they
forgot
got
about
passable grades by critics.
Yeah, she looks a lot. She looks a lot like the new Tomb Raider model.
Yeah.
It might be the same person. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and Angry Birds made a movie.
Oh, yeah. How
Seriously?
much? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that probably made millions.
Yeah,
I'm
I
curious.
wouldn't.
Oh, there's
I would not
two
doubt
movies?
that was a successful movie.
Angry Birds is number 2?
Angry
Tomb
Birds
Raider's
probably
number
made
one?
$1 billion in pillows.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It made Angry Birds made almost 40 million opening weekend, and Pikachu was 132.
I still have nightmares of shooting that fucking pelican boomerang one. I hated it.
I never really played it. I have played some Angry Birds games, but I've never like because at some point like I played like the first one when there was like 16 games out there. So I just like picked one game of my phone and started playing. But apparently like they made shitload of those games too.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
made
but-
a ton of spin-off games.
They were all great,
All of them are very great.
minus the pelican.
Oh. Do you also think that the racing game, Angry Birds racing game is good?
All right, so I didn't know about that one.
See, the only reason I know about this is this was like before microtransactions got as bad as they're now. So they sold a car in that mobile game that was $100, and they got a lot of flack for it.
Wait, $100 real money?
Yeah, real money for a car to use in the game.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was bad. But I mean, $100 now for a microtransaction is like nothing. Like when you're start to ask like thousands of dollars, then we can talk about it again.
That's crazy. That blows my mind.
Yep.
Oh right.
Welcome to the future.
Yeah, I mean, there's always people who are gonna pay for that shit.
I would like to say, for the record, I saw Detective Pikachu, and it was adorable. It was good.
Okay.
How Ryan Reynolds
I'm glad.
do as Pikachu. You
Uh,
just think of Deadpool the whole time.
I thought of Ryan Reynolds the whole time for sure. I mean, he did pretty well. I don't want to give any spoilers, but it worked out in the end. That's all I'll say. So it was good. It was actually a lot funnier than I was expecting it to be. Like all the really funny Mr. Mime parts of the previews, still absolutely hilarious in the movie. So Psyduck is also really funny.
I don't know what any of that is, but okay.
Yeah, they're Pokemon.
It's a Pokemon, man. Come on, man. Don't you know your
Come on,
fucking
that's
Pokemons?
first gen,
Yeah.
first generation.
Where did you fucking live?
I've never played a single Pokemon game.
I mean, you're
They
like younger than me, right?
I don't think so.
Trevor's
Maybe.
like 37.
Is Trevor like 54?
is Trevor the oldest?
Might be the oldest.
We're all
32.
under.
I'm
yeah,
almost
yes.
33.
Really?
You fucking grandpa.
I feel
How
like you're
come he
making this
looks
up.
the youngest? I feel
Oh,
like this
no.
isn't fair.
Yeah.
'Cause he takes care of himself.
Jesus, yeah.
Oh God, what you do? Oh.
I mean,
Thanks,
look at him, he's got
Sully.
a fresh haircut.
The three of us are fueled on beer and hate. What is what is your secret, Trevor? I need in on that.
We all do. All three of us have the same body build and everything. Like,
Yeah, man.
it's obvious we're leading the same life right now.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad right now. But yeah, I thought like Pokemon was big. Like at least for me, Pokemon was big as a kid. So I know the Gen 1 Pokemon still to this day. That was my fucking life for a few years.
Yeah. I think it got big. Like I was on the age group that like just got out of it, like that that they were trying to appeal to at the time. So like, I was looking at the kids that were like 1 or 2 years younger than me and being like, those kids are nerds playing Pokemon. Yeah. But if I was their age, I probably would have been playing it myself. So
play Madden 98 like a real man. Madden is like a jock's Pokemon. Let's be real.
Is it?
Probably.
I mean, we don't do American football in Finland, so Madden doesn't sell here.
You just do sports.
Yeah, you just do sports.
Supporting Philly D.
Yeah, this is a Philip DeFranco T-shirt. If anybody's like wondering, and I bought this because I work with actual sports for a living.
I thought you were gonna say actual Philip DeFranco.
That would be not enjoyable for me. I like my current job. All right.
He does work with DraftKings, so I mean, you could.
No, yeah. DraftKings, they got like in a heap of trouble too. Like a few years back. Okay, let's. This was supposed to be a rapid news section. Been live for 45 minutes. What on?
It's fine.
It's we covered a lot though.
We only have 6 more hours of E3 talk, so we're cool.
Yeah, so good. But before we like go to the actual E3 thing, let's quickly talk about Overwatch Workshop, which none of us has played. But I will tell everyone what it is. So Overwatch recently announced that they're going to release this kind of dev kit to the general public, and what you can do with it is you can modify and make game modes with existing assets and code in the game. So you can't create anything that is not already in the game, but you can change attributes, you can change functions, you can create different game modes. Like an example that the dude made in the video was that you can actually make floor is lava. Every time you touch the ground, you die. But you can also make other things like have no cooldowns on things. Like that can infinitely make stuff. And I honestly think that this is great for Overwatch. I obviously don't have any sort of numbers how many people play Overwatch, but I obviously it's a popular game. But I do feel like Overwatch is on the kind of decline, and this will certainly give a boost to Overwatch's popularity once again. On the flip side, if you're a cynical bastard like me, then you can look at this and say that, oh, this is developers outsourcing development to the general public who doesn't get paid.
Yes. That is 100% what it is. Because I feel like whenever they start running out of ideas, that's whenever they open up a custom mode.
Yeah.
Because like every game that they've had that has had a customizable mode, which is pretty much every game they've put out at this point, has been like explosively popular, like massively popular. I mean, the reason that MOBAs exist is because Warcraft 3 had a custom mode. An entire game genre exists because that they put in a custom mode.
Yeah, I don't mind the way they did it because it's not like it's a new game, and it's not like it's only been out for a year and they're like, hey guys, this is a new mode where you can make your own games and stuff, so you're doing our job for us now. Which, I mean, technically you are, but it's been out so long, they probably, they put out a character here and there maybe, but they don't do a lot of work on the game anymore. It's not like they're sitting there, doing a shit ton of stuff to it.
So you say that, but I very, very recently I read an article where Activision stated that they are still very committed into developing Overwatch further. Now, after that, this workshop thing came out. So I don't know if the workshop was the thing they referenced, or if they do still intend to actually develop the game further.
Yeah, I mean, I don't obviously we don't work there, so I don't know exactly what's going on behind closed doors. But I would just assume, I know it's still a big game, but I would assume it's been out for so long that they're not putting as much effort into it as they were, in the beginning. And I don't mind, at the, like you said, the game's on the decline, or we feel like the game's on the decline now. So I don't mind them like going out and saying, "Hey guys, we're just going to put this out here, and you can do what you want with it." Like they're not telling people like you have to make shit for the game or whatever. People can choose to do that if they want to. I don't know. I just feel like the game's old enough that I don't feel like it's them copping out of work, I guess is the way I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
I know.
in no way do I think this is a bad thing for Overwatch.
Yeah.
They won't hit it with what was it, Fallout 4 syndrome, where people were creating mods and then they made them pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and reiterate that as well. I definitely don't think that this new feature is a bad thing at all. I mean, that's the fact that they're allowing people to do that is kind of huge. I mean, most games that you end up having a mod to make fun game modes, you've got to like go through so many hoops if you want to enjoy that with your friends as well. Meanwhile, Blizzard is like, "Oh, you want to mod our game? Okay, here's all the code. Just do whatever you want, I guess. I'll be in the corner."
Yeah.
An important note for the workshop though, and what they did say in the announcement video is that this is more geared towards people who can program. So they tried to make it functionally as user friendly as possible, but they still recognize that probably not everybody can make these game modes if they want to.
Yeah.
But still, like,
So,
yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Like, I watched a couple of videos where people were playing these game modes, and there are a bunch of game modes already, like dozens and dozens of them. Like some are obviously like crappy, but some of them seemed like really fun. There was one where you play as Lucio, and the entire point of the map was you wall ride from start to finish, and you can't touch anything except the wall. And they played on what's the German name map, Eisenwald or what the fuck?
Oh yeah, Eichenwald.
Eichenwald, yeah. So they played on that, and there's the gate thing that has the little window. They had to like wall ride through that and everything, and they went through essentially the entire map, but can't touch the ground.
Yeah.
They had like gun game modes and stuff like that, and it seemed like super user friendly for like a player to jump in and just play something.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of the game modes other than what they mentioned in the actual video, saying like floor is lava. But if you could, I don't know if you guys can think of one off the top of your head, but like what's something that you guys would be interested in playing if you could make a game mode, like what would it be? Because I was thinking maybe like a raid boss kind of thing where like you have one guy that he picks and he has like a shit ton of health and whatnot, and like basically everyone else on the map just fights that one guy, and as he picks people off, they don't respawn or whatever, and it sees who can win.
Yeah, I think the gun game type mode would be really fun in Overwatch. I think that would be a blast. I think something similar to that would also be super fun would be being able to change heroes on the fly. Like not having to die or respawn. If they can somehow figure out a way to let you like just go into a corner, switch heroes, and be someone completely different, I think that would be a blast.
I think that's totally possible.
Yeah.
I think I would just play Lucio Ball for like 9 years in a row. Like, just remake that and let me play it.
Yeah, one that was similar to the one you just said, Gradually, was I did see one that they said like you turn into the enemy that you kill last. So it's kind of like you change in the middle of playing, but not you don't get to pick. I don't guess who you want to be necessarily.
One of the videos I saw, there was a game mode where it was replicating Avengers, where you had the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Stones. So each of the stones were somewhere hidden on the map, and when you picked up one of the stones, you got like a buff. And then the point was to like try to kill that person who had one of the stones. And you can like find more of them, and then when you kill, you get the stones for yourself. And with the stones, you like gather points, and then you get to 1 point threshold, and then you win. And that seemed pretty good. And I mean, in a part of the video, the person they tried to kill had all the 5 stones, and he was wrecking shit. Like you could not almost kill that guy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think, like I said, overall, this is going to be a good thing, and you know, it's probably going to revitalize the whole game like completely. So
yeah,
it was a smart move on their part.
Especially if they like lean completely into it, and like it would be really nice if they decide to allow almost like an upvoting system for game modes that would maybe bring certain game modes to like the forefront so devs could see it. And if something is popular enough, like officially implement it. I think that would be pretty neat.
Yeah, I see why.
Yeah.
I see like why wouldn't they do that? It seems like a no-brainer kind of thing. Like if something just gets popular enough, you just like make it your own, essentially.
Yeah.
Like what they did with Dota. Not Blizzard, but what Valve did with Dota.
Exactly. I think that would be really nice. Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't messed with it at all though. Maybe eventually.
Yeah, I haven't messed with it mainly because I don't want to play Overwatch. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'll touch it at some point. Just touch it a little bit. All right. Anybody want to add anything?
I'm good.
Good on that.
All right. Let's talk about the big one. God damn you guys.
I forgot it was on top.
Yeah, you're on the bottom on Discord, but on top of on the stream.
The big one.
The big one. Sweet Jesus, people, E3 is happening once again next month. And like I said in the beginning of the podcast, this is the most magical time of the year. But only if you realize that this is a corporate shit show. Understand that the suits are up on that stage trying to sell you a product. And above everything, do not fucking pre-order. Like this is the most crucial time to not fucking pre-order.
Unless you're really hype.
No, there is not a hype level high enough to justify pre-ordering.
But
No.
Unless you really
if?
want.
No.
What if they run out of digital copies? What if they run out of keys?
What if you can't get that sweet, cool skin?
Yeah, dude, I need my guns to all look golden in this wasteland.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to have to hit level 50.
Yeah. And yeah.
I'll have to wait with the rest of the plebs.
I want to have the cool guns now.
Yeah, don't especially digitally. Don't pre-order. There's no reason to pre-order.
No fucking pre-orders, okay?
I pre-order stuff.
See, collector shit, I understand that you pre-order. Stuff that...
Unless you
stuff
get like
that-
a sweet Dreamcast that plays the game, then it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I do have a Dreamcast.
Did you see the Rage 2 Dreamcast edition? It's literally a Dreamcast.
It's a thing.
That's a high-powered PC, and it plays Rage 2.
It doesn't make sense to me why.
Because the Dreamcast was the greatest chill ever.
What the fuck does it have to do with Rage 2?
Nothing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sully, once again, coming in hot with the real quick. What the? It looks kind of sick.
Do you want to pre-order
It really does. Yeah.
Do you want to
Do I?
pre-order
I think it was a giveaway.
I don't think I can. Yeah, it was a giveaway. I can't.
Would
buy
you
it.
pre-order it if you had the chance?
Yeah.
That? I don't want to say.
You get something physical for it, so it's reasonable. But nowadays, you just like digitally pre-order things just so you could preload and not have to download at midnight. Like that's all you get now.
If it was, yeah, that's stupid. If it was a functioning, working Dreamcast, I would buy that right now.
Okay.
I would buy that right now midstream if that was a functioning Dreamcast.
But it only plays Rage 2.
That only plays Rage 2, yeah.
What if it was a Soulja Boy console that only played Rage 2?
I would buy that.
I would wait until he got sued and then not have to buy it.
I would buy that.
Good call.
In fact,
I'd probably just
Soulja
buy
Boy,
one.
if you're watching, hit me up with all your merch.
Make it happen.
Oh, man.
But yeah, E3 is happening. Now, a lot of what we're going to talk about has no basis of fact, but bear with us, because this is essentially fanboying, minus Sully being a prick.
About what?
Well,
Trevor's on my side, dude.
Trevor's too
He's
nice
got
to
me.
be an asshole, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
have
Sega
opinions.
responded?
Yeah.
What have you done to one
it.
of my babies?
Oh, good.
Oh, man.
My favorite part is how low quality that fry GIF is.
Did you you said GIF?
Well, yeah, that's the right word.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm not gonna go into it.
Let's not get into that. Let's not get into how
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
So.
Sorry, I'm already throwing up in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm excited for E3, and it's fine that you guys aren't. Like, I know that that's not, not everyone is.
I'm excited for E3.
Yeah, but there's not.
Like,
I mean,
legit
what I'm saying is,
excited.
there's like nothing wrong with not.
I think like I've sat in Discord. Actually, not last E3, but the E3 before. I think I sat in Discord with like a big group of people, and we watched like damn near the entire thing, and it was great. We had a hell of a time. There weren't really any games I gave a shit about, but it was cool to watch as a group. Like it was a nice like community thing to do. But I don't know. Like I don't really get hyped for a whole lot. I
This
get hyped
year,
for
though.
things that I'm hyped for.
This year, though, Sully, you are hyped. I know you
I
are.
didn't say that.
I know you are. Don't
You
fucking
said that.
Don't fucking bullshit me.
You said that.
Don't fucking bullshit me.
I'm not wearing a Final Fantasy VII shirt.
It's actually a sick shirt. I just want to.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I actually now noticed it.
It's a secret shirt.
Yeah.
I definitely think if I didn't have like-minded people in other servers, it would probably not be as hype. But like I said, I have like two or three different groups, and a lot of us have different tastes in games. So like I find myself getting hyped for games I don't give a shit about, but someone else does. Like I get secondhand hype. I get excited for that person getting what they wanted. So
You're such a wholesome guy.
You're an enabler.
I'm a hype enabler, dude. I'm basically every pre-order person's just like wet dream. Like, oh, this guy hypes other people up for our games. We should get him out there.
He's like the Little John of gaming.
Yeah.
In the background, like, yeah, games.
Golden guns. Exclusive skins. Yeah. Yeah. I
But
get
yeah,
hyper games I don't care about.
Does anybody have a? I'll just pull it up here.
All right, that face you're making, you probably pulled up something you shouldn't have.
I'm looking
Probably
at
back to
this
info
fucking
training.
website, which is fucking shit. I was trying to find a schedule, like an easy to read kind of schedule for E3, and that seems to not be possible.
I didn't think there was one released yet.
Oh,
Yeah, I
there
don't-
is. There is.
Yeah, but like a very loose one. Didn't you say there was like a big 6-hour gap or some shit in between two
I mean, it's
different?
not a loose one. It's like it's.
Oh,
That's
It's,
loose. That's a big gap for me to slide in there. You know what I mean?
this is,
I could take up
we're
those
set
6
to
hours.
mature, right?
so I'll post this in.
No, I'm
in the
talking about
docket.
doing a conference. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, I love doing conferences.
Yeah. All the
I was putting my watch on.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, checking the time.
I put the schedule in the docket so you can also like look at it. I know it's an IGN website, but fuck it.
While we're looking over this, I just want to say something really quick that I think is kind of messed up, but I don't know to what degree. Netflix is going to have a presence at E3 this year. They're going to start. Netflix is going to start producing some sort of game content.
Apparently, it's games based on their original shows.
Yeah, like season 3 of Stranger Things is going to have a game.
I mean, but see, Stranger Things already has a game, right?
Yeah, but I think there's going to be a game like to run alongside season 3. I think is what they're planning to do.
I'm
like
learning
almost
so
like-
many new things.
Like supplementary information. Kind of like the Matrix did 1,000 years ago, and it sucked.
Oh, yeah. Ooh,
Which, if you didn't know, the Matrix has an entire series of games that are all movie canon, and they wanted you to play them like between films.
They weren't
So do we-
terrible though.
The games? I never
Yeah.
played them.
They were actually not that bad.
Really? Are
Yeah, I
you
had
biased
a buddy
towards
that was.
Matrix?
I had a buddy that was super into the Matrix games, and they were actually not terrible. Believe it or not.
At one
we
point,
know-
wasn't the MMO canon? We're getting off track. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do we know any more about the Netflix thing? Because that's just interesting to me. Like, is it like if you have a Netflix subscription that you get access to these games that they are putting out?
See,
Or
I read the article. It was
how do
basically
you
like
get
nothing.
access to the games?
It's just what I read. It was they're gonna have a presence in E3, and they're gonna make like games based on their original shows, and that they're very excited about this thing. Obviously,
So the tweet, bringing your favorite shows to life, developing Netflix originals into video games. And apparently that's about it.
About Black Mirror? Can you imagine a Black Mirror game?
I mean,
Am I the only one?
I like Black Mirror.
Maybe.
I like
Thank
Black
you.
Mirror too,
Thank you.
but making a game
So-
out of it?
I mean,
Shut up,
Well,
Tom.
they already
Just
made
let
an
me live my
interactive movie.
dreams.
Who's hyped now of like
Let me
things
live
that
my
doesn't
life.
exist?
so apparently it was a string of tweets. So I'll link it in chat, but basically it starts with Netflix asking E3's Twitter for an invite, and they were like, sure, but you have to talk about video games, and they were like, oh, but we will, and it just kind of spiraled out of control from there.
That's awesome.
See,
I would think that if someone should make video games about Netflix movies, it should be Netflix. They
Yep.
would probably have the best insight on it. So
and they have a ton of money,
yeah,
probably at least.
so
Ton of
it may be a good thing if you like playing video games based off of movies and stuff like that.
See, my only
You know-
concern is that they're gonna be just like shoe-in shovelware mobile games, because
Could be.
it takes way less time to develop a season for a show than an actual video game. If you develop a game for a year, like obviously it can't be in the scope of not a AAA game, not even a AA game, not even probably an indie game, like a quality indie game. So I assume that they're gonna be like some super generic mobile games.
But they have a lot of money, so
Yeah, who
Yeah,
knows?
well, money doesn't
mean-
buy time.
My only concern, like, I don't care if the games really aren't that good. I just won't play them. My concern is Netflix is probably going to get more expensive again,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good point.
but it's still cheaper than cable, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Once
Basically.
Netflix, listen, fucking listen. Bring me to Finland, Netflix US, and I will buy your service. I won't buy your service because the Netflix I get here is absolute shit. Thank you.
Clip it.
Clip it. Just get in there. Aren't there extensions for that where you can just make it think you're in another?
Well, yeah, but see, at that point, it's just way fucking easier for me to buy everything on Pirate Bay.
Isn't it supposed to be illegal or something? I don't know. Maybe
The
I'm wrong.
extensions?
That's a gray area.
I didn't mean to say the I word.
The I word.
I mean, the extensions are obviously not Netflix endorsed. But I mean, there's a bunch of ways to like circumvent their things, and some of them they're patched out like very good, like very efficiently. But see, if
It's
I
really
have
cool
to go,
information though, knowing though that they're gonna be at fucking E3.
Yeah,
oh
that's
yeah,
I
no,
mean,
I mean,
sorry.
I'll definitely like watch that thing, whatever it
yeah, I'm
is.
super interested.
And just a note to everybody, especially like people listening, like if Twitch allows this year for restreams of the conferences, then I will restream conferences on this channel if it's at all possible. Probably is. I'm not gonna promise I'll restream every conference, but I'll try to do that because I'm off from work when E3 happens because I took a summer vacation week for it. Because I'm gonna watch everything. But yeah.
So you said that there was like a 6-hour gap in here. Where was that? Because I bet that's where Netflix will probably try to wiggle their way into.
Yeah,
I forget where. I think we talked about
that?
it last night or the night before.
Okay, so yeah, it's in the Reddit thread that I linked, like way kind of below E3 schedule. And Ubisoft is June 10th, 4 p.m. Eastern, and then Square Enix is the same day, but 9 p.m. Eastern. So that's the gap Sully's talking about.
I got you. I could see them
I can't imagine. Go ahead.
I was just saying I could see them trying to wiggle their way in there, or Tuesday afternoon after Nintendo.
Yeah, because I can't see Ubi doing that much, having that much content.
Yeah, that's
and if they do, oh god, that's all I have. Just oh god. We have Assassin's Creed 7, 8, 9, and some terrible spin-off for 5 hours straight. And then the crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
So E3 will be from Tuesday, the 11th, until Friday, the 14th. But a thing of note is that EA will have their EA Play before E3 officially starts. And the last thing I heard about EA is that they're gonna do their press conference on June 8th, which is a Saturday. Originally,
I'll
EA,
be at work.
Well, yeah, you'll be at work, but I mean, this is how it works, man.
I know.
Should have taken time off of work like me, man.
Yeah, let me take like borderline one of the most important people there. And a pizza shop.
Now you're
I'm a pizza YOLO, yo.
now you're like putting yourself on a pedestal.
That's because I am.
Okay.
I mean, literally, I am at the top.
Okay, Mr. Big Guy.
This is the top of the street.
I'm right here beside you. But yeah, the big thing from E3 before even E3 starts is there's one publisher missing completely, and that will be Sony. Now, Sony said already like beforehand that they will not be on this year's E3 because, in their own words, they don't have enough content to show. Which makes me believe that they will have their PS experience in December, and that's when they're gonna unveil a lot of the Last of Us and the PS5 and stuff like that. But there are a shit ton of rumors going on that Sony will do something before E3, like unveil the PS5. But I still don't believe those rumors.
Yeah, I think it'll be a long time before Sony has another 2018 though, because they crushed it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It'll be I'll be shocked if they do it again before. I don't know. I mean, it just feels like they just hit a home run last year, and I don't know when they'll be able to do that kind of stuff again. Because including like their not just including their exclusives. I mean, they crushed that, and then even the non-exclusives they also had on their platform. It was a great year for them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So.
Definitely. I mean, I still hold out hope for even when Sony's not going, so we'll probably not see a lot of Sony exclusives. But a thing to note is that Final Fantasy VII Remake will still be in E3.
How dare you say that?
That actually brings up a decent thought. So a lot of Sony's stuff was like a lot of their stuff from E3 last year was in other developers showcases. Mm-hmm. Do you think that they took those? Because I know a lot of people bitched about that. Do you think that they've taken that to heart and are just like, you know what? If people don't want to see us just replay someone else's trailer, let's just get our hands off and let them do the talking. I mean, what are the odds that that's the thought process they had?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, the only thing they kind of could show is just exclusives, right? But
well, not necessarily. I mean, they didn't show exclusives last year. They had, because I distinctly remember Kingdom Hearts 3 was part of Sony's thing, and then they showed the exact same trailer in Square Enix.
Well, yeah, but Kingdom Hearts was not a Sony exclusive.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they didn't just show. Oh, unless I misunderstood what you said.
Yeah, I mean, like, what I mean is that if Sony doesn't want to replicate last year, then they would have to show exclusives. And currently, I don't think they have a lot of exclusives. Like, it's The Last of Us, and I'm not sure if there is really anything else. Ghost of Tsushima, probably, maybe.
What's the one with Norman Reedus in it?
That's Stranding.
Exclusive? Yeah, is that?
But I'm not sure that's an exclusive either. It might be though.
But that's also Square Enix, right?
Well, yeah, if it's Square. No, wait, it's not Square Enix.
Oh, that's just Kojima,
yeah,
right?
that's just Kojima, man.
Yeah, and it is also. It looks like it is an exclusive.
Oh shit!
So, yeah.
Oh, probably. Well, shit.
Or you know.
But yeah, Square will still be on the show, and they'll show probably some Sony exclusives. But
yeah,
who knows?
I think that maybe that's what, and maybe it's not so much them not wanting to do exclusives. Maybe they just don't want. Maybe they're just letting the actual developers of those games take the wheels. Because even if they are exclusives, you know, Sony didn't really develop them. So maybe that's more what they're leaning towards. Because even though like God of War was a PS4 exclusive, it wasn't made by Sony. So maybe that's just kind of where they're leaning, is just letting developers take the wheels of even exclusives instead of just having a rehash during their own thing.
Yeah, that might be. I do have to apologize to chat. I put the E3 schedule in chat, which is completely garbage. It doesn't hold any kind of water. According to this IGN article, E3 will start on June 9th, which is a Sunday. And June 9th will be Microsoft, Bethesda, and Devolver Digital. And Monday will be Ubisoft and Square Enix. And Tuesday will be Nintendo. PC gaming show is not on this list. Neither is Netflix, and somebody else. Maybe I'm not actually.
See, it's loose.
Yeah,
It's a little loose. Yeah. Okay, let's
It
go
is.
with that.
they have a solid month to to tighten her down.
Yeah, to not fuck it up. But okay, before we continue, what's the game that you want to see from E3? I know Sully's answer, so Sully can answer first.
That new Pokemon game.
Okay.
Dude,
kidding.
oh man.
Wait, is that a thing? No, obviously it's Final Fantasy VII. I mean, come on now. You can't say more information next month and then, not be at E3. There's got to be something that goes on at E3.
Yeah.
I am.
And hey, if Square has their thing on the 10th, which is Monday, you'll be off. You can see that shit live.
Yeah. I can see it live.
Do you have a stiffy right now?
In places I shouldn't.
Okay.
That's all about getting older.
No, I've probably watched the trailer like 6 or 7 times now. And it's I don't know, it looks awesome. It looks amazing so far. Obviously it's like active, the active battle. We're not getting turn-based, and I get that and fully expected it. There's no Tifa. She's in the party. You can see it on the screen. It'll be like Barrett, Cloud, Tifa, but they are so careful about not even showing her. Like, nowhere to be found. But they did show Aerith, who looks absolutely stunning. I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I don't have words. I have no words. It looks amazing. Yes, Tom, I'm hype.
There it is.
But we have information for this one. We've got something. Instead of Norman.
Okay.
I expected they didn't show Tifa because they didn't want to have to increase their age rating. Just putting that out there. She's not exactly a modest young lady.
What are you talking about?
We don't even know. They may nerf her huge, massive, bazoinga doinga personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they'll nerf her. That's how they're gonna bring in the crowd, by nerfing.
I know people were really salty with Barrett's voice and personality, which is
I mean,
stupid. Sorry.
I honestly don't want to myself. I don't want to talk about it because I honestly, this is gonna go be political at this point. I don't know when I'm racist anymore because everything is fucking racism, and I don't fucking know anymore. I think Barrett looks fine though. I think his voice is fine. Am I offended by Barrett? No. Why are people offended? I don't know.
I think I saw somebody in Discord say, probably say it the best. I think it was Spect. We were talking about like the whole issue with him and everything, and they call out that like he's the stereotype of black masculinity. And Spect was like, if you played the original game, you'll realize that yes, he is indeed black, and yes, he is indeed the epitome of masculine. Because Barrett is a big, burly badass.
Yeah.
Period. That's just what he is. That's how he was modeled.
He got his hand cut off and decided to replace it with a Gatling gun.
Nobody does that except for the man.
Except for the man. I'm excited for that also.
I am. I'm pretty hyped. I said hype twice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's on the record. We have proof.
Clip
It's
it.
true.
Clip. Yeah.
No, I'm really excited to see, because like I said, if they say next month, then there is no reason for me to believe that it's not going to be at E3.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Genuinely,
it's obviously gonna be at E3. It's
That's the
going to
plan.
be Square Enix's biggest like showing. It has to be. Nothing will be bigger.
I've got so much to say, but I won't take up the entire night. But that's what I'll touch on, and I'm excited. Thank you very much.
Well,
I will say, I hope that they just took me reading Barrett's voice lines in my really bad black guy voice, and that's all the voice acting in the game. That's all I want. Because I know for a fact I snuck in a few Pity the Fools. So.
Yeah.
I just wish you were Dr. Joe Botnick. I'm not even worried about Barrett.
Dude, I can make that happen. I can make that happen right now. Watch. I'm not going. I'm not going to Joe Botnick or whatever his voice is.
Damn it!
You have to do the voice, man. Now I can't even finish. We can't go on like this.
I'm a bad guy.
Well, shit, Trevor, what do you want from E3 the most?
I mean, honestly, the game I've been looking forward to is Borderlands 3, but they've already kind of revealed it, so, you know, they're going to be probably showing it some more, but it's not like, you know, I'm super hyped about them showing it because I've already seen an hour and a half of gameplay of it just the other week that they did, so, but I will say from what I saw, I liked it a lot. I liked the, for first thing that I like is the guns, obviously, because the guns have, from what they show, like most guns, if not all, have like 2 different functions now. So they basically, each gun acts as 2 different guns. Little things like, I was telling Sully last night, we were talking about the barrels when we were playing and like blowing them up and shit. And then, but now you can actually like toss the barrels towards enemies and things like that. And there's like environmental things that were not in the first 2 games. Just a bunch of little things like that, but I'm looking forward to Borderlands 3.
Can we talk about the lack of slag weapons?
Oh yeah, I'm glad they're getting rid of slag. I didn't like that.
They removed slag entirely.
And they're replacing
If you guys didn't know what slag was, it was an element that you had to basically afflict an enemy with to make other elemental damage more intense.
Potent.
I'm more lacking damage for words right now, but that's basically what it did.
Slag was really fucking useless.
Yeah,
well, it always took up a slot.
It made you have to take up one of your 4 slots of inventory just to accommodate your build, basically. But they're replacing it with radiation. So I don't remember exactly how that works. They showed it, they showcased it. I just can't remember off the top of my head exactly what it does.
I can't remember. I even saw it.
Yeah. But yeah.
We will definitely be playing Borderlands 3.
Eventually.
I'm assuming they're probably going to show the other 2 characters at E3, so I'm kind of excited about that because they only showed 2 of the characters, and you know, but yeah, the one that I'm excited about is the dude with pets. So like, hopefully they show him and kind of showcase what he can do and whatnot. So. And the other game I'm really excited about is Bee Simulator.
Yes.
Not really, but we really
got it shoehorned. Yeah.
Bee Simulator looks. I don't even know what to say about it.
Bee Simulator, for the record, looks fucking great. I mean, graphically, it looks good. But it's a stupid game.
Listen, if somebody bought me that game, I would play it.
So Chad is asking, is it a thing? It is most certainly a thing. You can look it up on Steam right now.
So from what I saw, I was going to say, from what I saw, the best thing that I can compare it to was, if you remember the N64 Superman, where you just fly through the rings. It's almost similar to that, except for instead of going through rings, you're just going to the flower buds, and you're just like, you just fly into a circle and then keep going and just go to another one and keep going and just go to another. So it's basically N64 Superman.
Wow.
But with a bee.
And you can also
fight
fighting.
There's fighting in it too.
So do you die at the end of the fight?
I don't know.
That's a good question. Well, I mean, you don't sting the wasp, but you just like it's just like, man.
Yeah. Basically,
Meh.
there's a little bar at the bottom that kind of just goes back and forth, and it has like a red area, and a green area and a red area. And you just got to stop it on the green area, and when you do, your bee just goes to the other bee.
It's great. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
It's some really high octane gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this seems about as accurate as Goat Simulator.
I mean, Goat Simulator was way more wacky, I think.
It was
Yeah, I would say that-
genius.
Yeah,
I would
it
say
was-
this game is like Goat Simulator without all the comedy.
Yeah. But it looks great. Like, truly.
It does look great.
But yeah.
All right. What are you, Joe, looking most forward to?
Well, let me start by saying that I am definitely looking forward to E3,
Okay.
as Dr. Joe Botnick would, being from a video game.
Okay. Okay.
I just needed to put these on for a second for Sully. I forgot I had them. These were only like $10 on Amazon. I basically bought these 100% for this goof, and Sully didn't even laugh. I'm
Can
really
we kick
upset.
him out right now? Just,
Oh, man.
you go do something somewhere else right now.
Yeah, okay.
Damn it, Joe.
Honestly, I don't know what I'm excited for E3. There's nothing that has been shown or teased or anything that has got me like actually excited. There is more stuff. Like, I do want some more about Ghost of Tsushima. There is a new Pokemon game coming out that I would like to know some more about for the Switch.
Oh, that was real.
Yeah, yes.
I was just memeing.
Yeah, I know you were. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Sword and Shield was announced a little while back. But I honestly, there's nothing really that's just like super grabbed my attention. So I honestly, that's kind of the most exciting part is that I don't know what I want, and I hope that I find out. Like, I hope that there's something that really gets me. So Ghost of Tsushima would be nice though, but it's not huge because we just got Sekiro. So
Oh, yeah. They look really, really similar, too. Like, gameplay-wise.
Maybe it's DLC.
But see, I watched after I played Sekiro, I watched like Ghost of Tsushima gameplay, and honestly, I think Sekiro just looks way better, combat wise. But
it almost seems like Tsushima is meant to be a touch more realistic.
yeah.
So
It
it
really
won't
seems-
be the high octane, fast paced combat that Sekiro has. So, or it
So-
might. I don't know.
Ghost of Tsushima is for all the players who thought Sekiro was too difficult.
Maybe.
Because they were playing the wrong game.
They were playing the wrong fucking game.
Watch, Ghost of Tsushima is going to come out and it's going to be like 5,000 times harder.
Sucker Punch don't make hard games though, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think I've ever played a... Well, Sucker Punch made Infamous, I think. I don't think I ever
Yes,
played
they-
any of their games, but they're good, I guess.
Yeah, I have played. I did. The Infamous was actually the first game I got for my PS3 way back in the day. So that I have played all three of the Infamous games, and they are all pretty fun. So I know it's not going to play. It's going to play 0% like that. But if Ghosts of Tsushima is as enjoyable as the Infamous games were, they'll be fine games. They really will. They'll be just good fun.
They didn't make Prototype as well, did they?
No, but those came out. Infamous, the first Infamous and Prototype came out around the same time and were vaguely similar. It was like
Yeah, they
two
felt similar.
Yeah.
normal dudes woke up one day with powers. The government wants them. Find out what happens. And that's both of those games.
Yeah, they were both basically competition for each other, and I think Infamous won out on that, I believe.
Yeah, they did make a Prototype too, I believe, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
yeah, it didn't do that great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
Infamous-
when
I
I
was
was
just
gonna say, I
gonna
remember
say-
that when the games came out, I was looking for.
No, you're good.
I was looking forward to Prototype and not Infamous. And then, because I was like, oh, this guy has all these cool ass powers, and this guy just has lightning. But then, like, after the games came out, I saw everyone was going towards Infamous, saying it was better than Prototypes, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll just get Infamous, and then I never played Prototype ever. So
Yeah, Infamous had a sequel and a spinoff that I believe both did pretty well. And the only reason I was laughing is because we said the exact same thing, Trevor. We both said, "Oh, well, I was just gonna say." We both said that at the exact same time. That's why I was laughing.
Well, the game I'm looking most forward to, and more what I'm looking forward to is getting a release date for this game, Cyberpunk.
I had forgotten about Cyberpunk.
I really, CD Projekt Red, if you're listening, please, for the love of everything, I don't care if it's like in 5 years, just give me a fucking release date, please, so I can like know when it comes out. Because right now I don't know, and it twists my black heart. I want to know when it comes out.
I swear you're the only person that still talks about this game.
That's because we haven't gotten any new information ever.
Yeah, I guess you got a point.
Yeah. I am kind of excited for that because I've played the tabletop RPG quite a few times. I'm sure that doesn't shock you, Sully. You seem to know exactly where.
No,
I'm at,
I didn't know it had a tabletop. That's actually really.
Oh
awesome.
yeah, no, it came out in the '80s.
It's a really old tabletop.
Yeah, but there's like if I generally try to kind of avoid open world games because there's just so much to do that I end up doing nothing. If Cyberpunk 2077 was an open world game, that would make me. That's probably the only game that I would want to get more because it was open world.
It is open world.
I'm already on board then. Hang on, let me go pre-order it real quick.
Now hold up a minute.
No, it's not open world. I lied.
I mean, it's open world. I say it's open world. And this is what the devs have told. The entirety of the game is in one city, and you can go anywhere in that city. And you are only in one city for the entirety of the game. But you can it's still like open world. But yeah, I really, really, really. Oh, come on, focus camera. Like, please.
Oh god,
do this.
Oh, but it already focused. I'm all good.
I fixed it for you.
Oh, thanks.
No problem.
But yeah, I really wanna get a release date for Cyberpunk. That would be swell. And also, because Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to make an appearance, if they're not telling us when it's coming out, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. You're not this quiet for
everything's
this long.
in order. What did they say? Everything's up in order until not release or where's the fucking thing?
See, they've been so quiet for so long, and now they hit us with this trailer and like more next month. So if they're not gonna give us the release date, then why do it at all?
Here it is. I feel like, I mean, this might be a little more promising than it needs to be, but they specifically said most of the plans are already in place to run up to the launch. So please bear with us a little longer until we can release more information next month. So I think it's been confirmed, if I remember correctly, been reconfirmed to be episodic. So I'm assuming that means launch of first episode, not launch of everything. They're not ready for everything. But either way, even if I only get like half of Midgar in the first episode, I'm still excited.
I was going to ask several questions, and you just answered every one of them, Sully. I hate you.
You're welcome.
I was going to ask if it was still planned to be episodic, and if it is, where, like, you said that if it only went halfway through Midgard, you would be happy. But where, if you were to chop it up into, let's say, 3 chunks, and I feel like I already know where the first one is, what points in the game would you put those three episodes?
Yeah, obviously, I'm going to say Midgar first episode. I mean, that's a huge chunk of the first part of the game. And the funny part about the game is, like, the first disc is essentially, that's where a majority of all of it, like, all the story content is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably going to say, like, start to Midgar, and then Midgar to I want to say Temple of the Ancients, but probably not. Probably up till like end of disc 2 with the death.
Oh,
And then hopefully, you know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking.
Fucking
I don't want to get spoilers. I don't want to get spoilers for the remake, this new game coming out. And then hopefully from that point until the end of the game, and assumedly post end game. But there's probably going to be more, because I'm assuming they're going to tie in the sequels, the spinoffs. Well, not sequels, but a little bit of Advent Children, a little bit of Dirge of Cerberus, Before Crisis, and all that.
Before Crisis has to be in there somewhere.
So
I really hope so.
You would essentially make the episodes the discs.
Not really, no, because like I said, Midgar is a huge chunk, massive chunk of the game, and it left so much more to be desired within the original game. Like, as far as like interactivity and exploration of this giant city, you only get to see X amount of sections of it. Like, you don't go to every sector, you don't see everything. I hope that all or most, if not all, of that is available. And I feel like if it is, there's no way to put more content into this first episode, because that's such a big, massive story area of the game.
What Sully essentially is saying is that he hopes that the game includes stuff that was not in the original game.
Well, yeah, that as well.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's what everyone would want for it.
Yeah. I was going to ask, basically, like, how would you feel as a fan of the game, I would assume, if, like, they took some creative liberties and changed the story, like, a little bit? Like, would you welcome that, or would you be like, no, it needs to stick by the story that has been laid out already?
I think if it's for the sake of, like, filling plot holes and kind of tying things up a little bit better than they already have, because let's be fair, if you've played the game that much, there's some fucking plot holes. And translation issue, like the whole NTSC release of it is just translation nightmare. But yeah, if it's for the sake of clearing things up better, or creating content to make things make sense, then I'm okay with that. If they do major changes to the story, I think it's going to be a total shit show with the community.
Yeah.
But I genuinely,
like Sonic all over again.
Yeah, I'd like to think that they won't do that, but they may.
Whatever they will do with the game, there will be a sect of people who will absolutely hate the remake.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think as long as they don't change, like, there are definitely a handful of major plot points that don't need to change. But, like, the things that happen between those, as long as they don't, completely ruin how those connect, I think the story is probably pretty flexible.
Yeah, probably.
I don't mean really the story-wise. I mean, like, already people are super vocal about how much they hate the game because it's not turn-based. So, I mean, people will hate it because it's not turn-based.
That's to be expected.
Well, yeah. And I mean, there will be a group of people who will be absolutely outraged that Barrett doesn't swear, because he most certainly will not swear in the game. There will be a group of people who will be absolutely outraged that Sid doesn't have a cigarette in his mouth the entire game, because he absolutely won't have a cigarette in his mouth, for sure. There will be a big group of people who will be absolutely outraged when they see Tifa for the first time and her
personality
has changed. Nerfed.
Her personality will be very two-dimensional.
Yeah,
and no one's gonna like that.
No, nobody's gonna like that. I mean, this is what's gonna happen.
Maybe I missed something. What makes you say that Barrett won't swear and Sid won't smoke?
Age ratings.
Smoking's just looked down upon right now. So in general,
age ratings.
I didn't realize that they already gave us an age rating.
Well, I mean, they haven't, but I assume they're aiming for teen.
I think you can swear and smoke in teen, can't you?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We'll look it up later. It's not that big.
And I mean,
the old one was teen.
Well, what I'm worried about is if they're really worried about being teen, Wall Market is dead and you might as well nuke it.
Oh yeah.
Because we're never getting in the hot tub with Mucky.
Yeah, and we have
yeah.
already seen cross. No, we haven't. But
What
I think
about
it's
the
already
cross-dressing?
confirmed.
Yeah.
What about the cross-dressing and?
That's a huge section of Midgard. You can't.
I mean, you can't change it.
If you
Don't
change
touch.
that, I will refund it right now.
Okay, right now. Yeah.
No, I won't. I'll play the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 6 times.
Exactly.
First day.
Exactly.
I did see a tweet directed at people that are mad that it won't be turn-based. It was something like, if you don't like the fact that Final Fantasy VII Remake isn't turn-based, I have the perfect game for you. It's called Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, nobody's
Not the
forcing
game
anybody
you
to
want
play
to
the
play.
remake.
I didn't even write that. And yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah, I agree too. Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, I think E3 will be exciting. I mean, we will see Borderlands 3 and more of it, which is good. For anybody who still buys EA games and is excited for EA games, you will see Star Wars Fallen Order, which is supposedly going to be a huge single-player game, mind you, even though EA has said multiple times that single-player games are dead. But here they are, backing up again.
Not being dead.
We will
That's the one
see
we looked at
Dying
the
Light
trailer
2.
for, right?
What?
We looked at the trailer on the last podcast. For
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that one. Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
The trailer.
yeah, the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cinematic trailer.
So I'm assuming we'll see like actual gameplay this time. Well, I mean, when we're talking about EA, gameplay might mean whatever.
Yeah.
But we will see we'll see Dying Light 2, which is also a game that I've been like low key excited for. I played a little bit of Dying Light 1. I never finished it, but I did like play it with a friend. But Dying Light 2 like seems what they've shown so far. It sounds very promising. It's just a matter of like if they can actually execute what they're trying to do. But it might be good. And
I played
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I played Dying Light 1. I got like 70% through the game, and then I ran into a game-breaking glitch. Where so basically I ended the game right after some cutscene inside of a building, and I guess you shouldn't do that because when you do, it basically like when you reload into the game, you're stuck in this building and there's no doors to get out. So I basically got like 70% through the game, and then that happened, and I had no other save files because I was an idiot and kept saving on the same save file. And
I'm an idiot too.
Me too.
So I was like, well, screw this game, and like I just never played it again. But it was a good game, so I'm actually kind of looking forward to the second one.
I think it was you that showed me the video of how they recorded like the parkour segments and stuff. Was it you, Trevor?
No,
Me
No.
neither.
not.
I don't know. Someone showed me a video of how they
Oh, it
did
was
like the
North.
animations and everything for the parkour,
It was North.
and it was pretty amazing. Was it North?
Yeah, he's
That's
claiming.
Okay, apparently it was North. I'm sorry, North. You look a lot like Trevor.
Yeah, that's true. Basically the same guy.
They
Well,
actually used a guy that was like, you know, well versed in parkour, and it wasn't just like some pleb.
Yeah.
It was a guy that like essentially, you know, he was the grandfather of it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that they further innovate like their own formula from Dying Light 1, and I assume that they will. Their faction system that they talked about in one of their like videos from a couple of months ago, it sounds super interesting. It's just a matter of like if they can really execute it.
Yeah.
Another game that we'll probably get a release date for is, and what I will fucking definitely play, is Doom Eternal. Like, that's one of those few games that I know exactly what I'm getting, and I can pretty confidently just buy it day one.
I just want the soundtrack.
Yeah, I mean,
The gameplay is going to be great, but
Satan bless Mick Gordon because he's making the music for Doom Eternal too.
yeah, he's a god.
Yeah, or Satan.
Another game that I was going to be looking forward to, I'm looking at the list here, is The Sinking City.
Yeah, it's been delayed a couple of times now.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out like a month or so ago.
Yeah. Because I remember like when I found this list that I noticed it too, and that's when I remembered that that you were excited for it. Doesn't exist yet.
But it's basically H.P. Lovecraft lore wrapped up in a game, basically Cthulhu and all that stuff. So if you like that kind of thing, then it seems like a game that will be. They have another one that just came out. It's the Call of Cthulhu. It's not a remake, but it's just a new Call of Cthulhu, and it's more like slow paced, like you're sneaking around and shit like that. And this one seems like it's more actiony. So if you like something that's more actiony, this one will be the one for you.
The game Call of Cthulhu might also be based on the tabletop game, if it is like slower, like a slower paced. Because in the original Call of Cthulhu, you're an investigator just trying to like stop the cult from summoning Cthulhu. And if it is like you sneaking around and trying to figure out what's going on, it might actually be based on the tabletop for that.
I think that is the game.
Yeah, I haven't played the original game. I tried, but it kept crashing on me, so I haven't actually played the original one. But that the actual story, the book or whatever, is similar to that, but yeah, I don't know if the game is based off of the book exactly, like a telling of this story.
If the newer one, the Sinking City, is that right? Is that what it's called, Sinking City?
Yeah.
If it's like action based, I'll probably play it because I've wondered why people aren't like benefiting from the fact that that's all open to use, public domain for video games, because it doesn't seem like there's that many like Lovecraftian games. Like actually Lovecraftian, not like Bloodborne, which is like cosmic horror in that same vein, but it doesn't actually take place in that universe.
Yeah, it's weird. Like almost every game you go to, you can find a Lovecraft Easter egg somewhere. But
really?
There's but I still find them. Like now, like if I go through, I'll be like, oh shit, that's that like just a game like. Or not a game, like, the Necronomicon, that's Lovecraft, but people might think, oh, that's Evil Dead, but it's not, it's Lovecraft. Yeah. But it's, things like that are in all kinds of games, like games that have nothing to do with Lovecraft at all. Then you'll be like, oh, it's this cup over here or whatever is titled this, and but there's not many games dedicated to Lovecraft himself or his stories. Just a lot of Easter eggs everywhere.
Definitely could be interesting.
Another big thing that almost certainly will be unveiled at E3 is the next Xbox.
I don't know if I'm on board.
Oh, I won't buy it.
With a new Xbox or with it being announced?
With the new Xbox. I mean, I've been Xbox since post PS2. And I think honestly I'm just like past consoles at this point. But
there's no reason to buy an Xbox because there exists 0 exclusives for the Xbox.
My thing is that they're amazing media machines. PlayStation doesn't do it that well.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they really don't.
I mean, I don't use my console for my media thing, so.
I do. Or did until it like borderline caught fire. We don't talk about it.
No questions asked.
So I've never owned an Xbox, so I've always been a PlayStation guy. So,
but a new Xbox will be a big thing though, because it will. I know the Switch exists, but Nintendo has kind of, they don't compete anymore with Sony and Microsoft. So Microsoft, if they will unveil the next Xbox, that will be the start of the next console generation, and then it's up to Sony to either match or go beyond. I still do believe that the PS5 will be unveiled this year. If it's not around E3, then it will be in December. But I do believe the new Xbox will be unveiled. And probably a slew of games for it too.
I do think the fact that, and it's nice, but I think the fact that every Xbox game is also on the PC is just going to end up shooting themselves in the foot.
Oh yeah, because I mean, like I said, there exists no reason for you to have an Xbox.
Yeah.
And they're not even like cheap PC alternatives anymore. This is, I mean, their consoles they're expensive. You could buy a PC for the price that you could buy a console at this point. There's, I don't know. I feel like they should back out the console wars. Genuinely.
I am interested though in seeing like what new tech they will bring. Like, has Microsoft put more money in cloud gaming, or do they have like their next iteration of VR? Or because we're still talking about Microsoft, which is a really really big company, and how about their new their audio tech? They is already out, I think, but at least they've talked about it. That has some like super weird like 3D or 360 audio type thing where you could like really really hear what's like going like around you, like surround, but like better. Like I can't like explain it because I haven't heard it. But I want to see Microsoft doing something more with the new Xbox than just play games.
I know that if they don't shoehorn some buzzwords in there like 8K, even though no one can use an 8K, no one has an 8K display, the fact that Sony has 8K, if Xbox doesn't also support that, they're automatically a leg behind.
Oh yeah. I mean, even with like the buzzwords, at least they need to match. Because yeah, like what you're saying, like here's the thing: if you want to buy an 8K TV, you can do it right now, but it'll cost you about $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the kind of cash that nobody fucking has. So like putting like really flashy things that your console can do, great, but the general public can't use that.
But the general public also don't think about that. They think 8K? That's twice as many Ks as I have now. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I mean, you're not wrong.
I feel like Microsoft's like their thing, at least for the 360 and the X1, their thing has always been slightly less features like graphical capabilities, etc., and also a smaller price tag than PlayStation. And I feel like they've had that metric for these two consoles, and I feel like this one's not going to be much different. I don't think they're gonna try to really beat out anything PlayStation. I think they're just gonna try to be the lower tier and more accessible.
Yeah, see what they've done with the Xbox One in my mind is that they really tried to hammer in that you can use the Xbox One in conjunction with your PC. I think that they really tried to like put the PC and the Xbox together in a sense. Where if you have a PS4, you just have the PS4. Like they don't compare it to the PC in any way. But I think they will do with the new Xbox a similar thing. Like that you connect your Xbox and it works in conjunction with your PC in some way.
That's a problem because, I mean, let's be fair. If you have a PC, you probably don't have an Xbox, and if you do, you don't use it.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I know
I'm in that boat.
I don't know anybody who plays with an Xbox. Or if they play with an Xbox, they don't have a PC. But I still don't like know anybody who actively like talks about an Xbox.
I feel like you can't make that your main selling point to like the PC integration nonsense, because people that are console gamers have consoles. They don't have a PC to game. And if they do, they probably don't have an Xbox. They probably have a PS4. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Like, I have no metrics or anything. I mean, I might be the outliner because I have a a really powerful gaming PC and a console, like how many do have that, for instance? Like how many systems to play with do people have? Or even if we're talking about a person who has all the consoles, you have a Switch and an Xbox and a PS4, how many like realistically has that? If you're not like a really hardcore gamer, you're a hardcore gamer, don't fucking bullshit that.
Damn it. I think it is important, like, and it's not as big a selling point. I don't know with the next one if they're going to try to force it as much, but I remember, like, Sully, you said that you use yours for a media box. Like, it's basically just a whole other separate thing, almost not even a console. And I do remember when the Xbox One was announced, they were really, like, jamming that down your throat, that this was like an all-in-one home, entertainment system. You put everything through this, and this is now your central hub for entertainment.
But it works though. Like I have my PC, I have all my music on my PC, and I can access that through my Xbox. So like if I'm in the living room and my Xbox is in the living room, I can play all that music, all those movies, etc., etc. But I don't know. I still feel like that's really just not worth the money, especially because we know how expensive a new Xbox is going to be.
Right. And that's what I'm really curious about, is if they're going to try to do that again. Because, and it's not been that long ago. How old is the Xbox One? 5 years?
6 years, I think.
6?
Nah.
And even though that doesn't seem like a long time, think about how much smart TVs have advanced and how much the apps you can put on those smart TVs has advanced. Like I just bought, like two weeks ago, I bought a new Samsung TV. That dude has Steam Link built into it.
Cool.
All I did was plug my Xbox One wireless adapter into my computer in a whole other room, synced up my Xbox controller to my PC, and was playing Cuphead in the living room through Steam Link built into the TV.
Oh, nice, dude.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds
So
cool.
I'm wondering if there's still, if you can get that kind of stuff built into a TV, is Microsoft, if they are going to go that way, I think you're right. I don't think it's worth it. But I'm wondering if they're still going to try to corner that market as like your home entertainment center.
Yeah, that's a really good point that you brought about the whole smart TVs are getting so advanced, because I didn't even think about that. Because we use our PlayStation basically for, I do basically, because now they got a PC. I do all my gaming on the PC, and I probably maybe played a game once or twice on the PlayStation. The rest is just Netflix and Hulu and whatever. But our TV upstairs is the smart TV and has Netflix and Hulu and all that shit on it already. We don't need to use the PlayStation 4 and stuff, so that's basically obsolete now.
Yeah,
so.
And it's getting harder and harder to even find a decent TV that isn't smart. Because the one I got before this one, I went out of my way not to get a smart TV. I was like, I know it's going to cut off a couple $100. I've got 57 consoles. I can hook up to it at any time. I don't need a smart TV. But they don't, unless it's a low-end TV to begin with, you can't find a TV that's not smart.
Yeah, the technology now for TVs is just so accessible and so cheap now that you can get a smart TV for $200, $300.
Yeah, that I got for my aunt for Mother's Day. We got her a 40-inch 4K smart TV from Samsung for $230.
What?
That's $230.
See, this is the reason I don't have like a TV. I have a TV like right beside me that I paid like $300 for, but it's not a smart TV, so it has nothing in it. The reason I don't buy a smart TV is because they cost like a fucking fortune over here. Like I can't do it.
Yeah, this is my first smart TV, and I was blown away by how many options it has built in. Like I said, the Steam Link, I almost passed out. The fact that it had Steam Link built into the TV blew my mind. And it's got I won't get into it, but smart TVs are getting better and better every day. And now I could, there's a lot of couch co-op games that I don't buy on PC because I don't have a couch in here. I mean, there's no way that I could co-op with somebody. But now I don't even have to play games on my PC at my PC. So why would I want to buy an Xbox, especially considering that just hit me? I can play those games on my TV in my living room from my PC that are also on Xbox because they're also on PC.
Oh yeah.
So what? I mean, what is even the point?
I mean, I've been a long time of the opinion already that the reason to have a console, either console, is because of the exclusive games. The reason I have a PS4 is because of the exclusive games. The reason I will buy a PS5 if they continue putting out exclusives for the PS. I play games. I very rarely do anything else. So I don't need an Xbox. I don't need a media center. My media center is my PC. So an Xbox is literally nothing for me, because every single game that is on Xbox is also on PC.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is eventually, I think an Xbox they're phasing themselves out with their exciting new feature of it being on your PC and your Xbox. They say that like it's a good thing, and it is for gamers. For the consumer, it's an amazing thing that if my little cousin who doesn't want to deal with an Xbox has something on Xbox that I can play with them on PC, but they don't realize that they might be edging themselves out of the console market, because now my smart TV is so smart, I don't need an Xbox.
So, and honestly, I think that if this next Xbox will fail commercially, I think that's the time when Microsoft is gonna just bow out entirely, and then it'll be just Sony and Nintendo doing whatever.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I would consider Nintendo in the console war anymore.
That's why I said that with Xbox. The new Xbox is the kind of the start of the new console generation, even though the Switch has already been out for a while. Nintendo has for years at this point just stopped competing with Microsoft and Sony.
I mean, they've got a great thing going on their own.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I'm not saying that they're out of the console war because I think they're failing. They're out of the console war because, if you like Nintendo, the consoles are cheap enough that you can afford a PS4 and a Nintendo. If you really want to Switch, you can get a Switch.
And I mean, Nintendo does the one thing that Microsoft and Sony does not do, and that's first-party development.
Right.
Oh, look, everybody, it's a cat.
Yeah, our viewers should double anytime now.
Bam.
Yeah. If you there you go. Now we can now everybody can see the cat too. Oh, now the cat wants away.
nobody's gonna make the joke about Trevor having his pussy on stream. Just me.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to be that guy, huh?
You're always
welcome.
going to be that guy.
You're welcome.
All in all, though, I wanted to talk about E3, but I understand the kind of the uselessness of talking about E3 right now because E3 hasn't happened yet. So next month's podcast episode will be entirely devoted to E3, where we actually then talk about what has been shown and announced and whatnots, and the surprises and fails and whatever. But yeah, all in all, I'm excited for E3. Does anybody else want to say anything about E3 still?
Not really.
Who's looking forward to see Devolver Digital's press conference?
I think it's exciting.
I'm excited about.
Yeah, I think it's exciting that someone who started out as a tiny indie studio has the main stage for a block. That's astounding to me.
I mean, they're still not going to be at the venue, though. It's going to be pre-recorded like every other year. Every year.
That's fine, but it's still. I think it's awesome. I mean, they're essentially taking the same route as Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think that's cool.
I mean, I need to know how this trilogy ends. Like, please, Devolver, if you're listening, bring back whatever her name is. I just like looked it up like a couple of days ago. I think her name is Maria something.
Yeah. They just need to release a short film about her.
And she will be back because she posted on Twitter some things. Okay. Shall we talk about games we played?
I'll go ahead and start.
Oh well.
Oh, you go. No, go ahead, dude. That's all yours.
Yeah.
Only because I haven't been playing anything new lately.
Well, yeah.
So it'll just be short. So I've just been playing more Final Fantasy X. I've still been playing Sekiro. I've been trying to get into like Enter the Gungeon more since it finally released its last DLC. Still suck at Enter the Gungeon though. Still horrible at that game.
Oh, it's difficult.
Yeah, it is. But I've been playing it. Actually, I've been talking to Pedally about it. She's in the chat because she plays it some, and so does her girlfriend. I've been talking to her a lot about it, and it's a tough game, and there's a lot to that game. There's like all the synergies and things. If you haven't played Enter the Gungeon, and it's not expensive, and they just released the final DLC, and there's a ton of content in it.
Oh yeah, I definitely recommend.
Yeah, that's kind of what's been getting a lot of my downtime lately. Is all go in there and throw a run or two in. Unfortunately, it's been a busy month for me, but I'll go in and spend 30 minutes dying and then just go to bed defeated. That's what I've been up to lately.
Me?
Sully, I'll allow you to take the floor.
I've been playing Mordhau.
Oh my god.
A new medieval melee fighter that is absolutely amazing and everyone hates.
It's shit.
I don't know, like I get it why people don't enjoy the game, but I'm really, really loving it.
How many
like
hours
you can
do
build
have
your own. I don't know. Probably over 60, guaranteed. And it came out less than 2 weeks ago.
That's too much, man.
Fight me IRL or in Mordhau. But no, essentially it's got I'm so speechless on how, I don't know, the game makes me feel a certain
what would you say
way.
to someone that said, isn't it just like
I didn't play Shiv.
Oh.
But
Maybe you
I
should.
will
It's
say,
like
didn't
Mordhau,
Shiv
but
come out
good.
7 years ago?
It's pretty old. I don't remember when.
Pretty sure it was 7 years ago. Joe,
It's
did you
an
pick
old
your
game.
nose?
It's an old game, man.
No, I did something. I don't know what I did.
No, Joe. He was like,
Oh, Joe, I thought you said me.
yeah,
Oh,
digging up in there for gold.
no, dude, I was scratching the side of the face. It's only been out for 6 years, Sully. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
Holy shit.
Sorry. I mean, maybe it's similar. I really don't know. I've never even seen gameplay of Shiv. I have no clue. However, it is a completely different developer. I don't know what kind of game modes are in Shiv or anything about that. But I will tell you that I absolutely love this game. And I love going on the battlefield and fighting 30 guys with my big giant war axe.
Dying immediately.
And that's fine, because there's dual servers where I've been spending majority of my time. Fighting people one-on-one is probably more hype than going on the field, I'm not going to lie.
That's the third time you said the word hype.
I know. Yeah, but at least I can hype this one up because it's real and it's already out.
It's real.
That's true.
You didn't say a single word about Death Stranding,
Oh yeah.
by the way.
Yeah, I didn't. Because I realized that because Sony is not coming, there will be no Death Stranding.
Makes sense, I guess.
I'm sorry.
So what?
Anyway,
would
get
you
Mordhau.
say- What would you say to sell me on Mordhau? Because it's like $25, right? If I find it 50% off, I'll have a hard time not buying it. So
I
sell
don't
me
know
on
what it
Mordhau.
is about me because it's really hard. It's really hard to do things like that because I like those weird games that are very niche and like high learning curve. Though I'm not good at them, I enjoy playing them. Like Escape from Tarkov and this. Like I kind of group them in together, even though one's a shooter and one's a melee fighter. And I just understand that a lot of people can't get into that, and I get it. So I'm not gonna try to sell you a game. But if you want to go out and play it, then go play it because I
Hey,
fucking
you
love
can
it.
always
But I know
refund
you'll
it.
probably hate it.
Yep.
Me?
No,
Me.
I mean Joe. He can buy the
Oh.
game, play it, test it, and then refund it if he hates it.
Yeah, I mean,
like
genuinely, if that's what you want to do.
I just know that 3 people, 2 of which are in this call, have refunded that game.
Yeah, right here.
So that's
But for what reasons? That's my real question.
I
My
just
reason-
really. Oh yeah, go
Why?
ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
My
I wanna
reason
hear it.
for refunding the game is I saw you, Sully, and North playing the game, and you obviously seemed like you were liking it. North seemed like he was liking it, so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this game and play it with him." And I felt like when I got onto the server with you guys, I wasn't really playing a game with you guys. I was, because there's like 100 people on the map at one time, and it's just so chaotic. You cannot really group up and do things with, like, there's no communication with each other really, because there's just so much shit going on, which would probably be like a real war, but I just felt like I wasn't playing a game with you guys. I was just talking to you guys through Discord and playing a game by myself, basically. And I wanted that multiplayer aspect of it, to play with you guys and feel like we're actually accomplishing something together. And I just felt like I wasn't doing that. And the combat was fine. I had fun with that. Graphics look fine for what it is. Like the actual gameplay itself for me was fine. It did seem kind of repetitive. Something that, I probably, even if we were playing together, I probably would play it for 3 weeks max, and then probably hang it up. But it was just all the whole co-op thing wasn't there for me that I wanted to be there.
I mean, yeah, I can totally respect that. To be fair, I mean, it's not really marketed as a game like that, but I definitely get where you're coming from, because you're completely right. It does not feel that way. Like me and North, even though we sit in voice, or were sitting in voice before he went to space or wherever he went with NASA.
Rip North.
Yeah, we would basically just like bitch every time we died, and then just like go back in and start swinging again. But I mean, it's a multiplayer game, but it doesn't. You're right, it doesn't feel like multiplayer unless you're doing duels or horde mode. Maybe that's where we went wrong and went straight into frontline, which is the big war.
Yeah. I think you guys said there was a mode that you could play together that was felt more multiplayer, but you had to like luckily get on the same server or something, right? Or
No, we just like we were ignorant at that point and didn't know how to navigate the server shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was totally on us.
User error. Got it.
Yeah, I think it took me like 3 days to figure out like how to navigate to specific servers instead of just like going to a game that matched me.
Okay.
So, did you ever play Chivalry, Trevor?
No, I saw a good bit of gameplay of it, but I never actually played it myself. I would say, just from looking at it, they look the same. I mean, this one might have a little bit more, I think in Chivalry, I think you just kind of swing your weapon and it just swings it. And I think in this one, like whichever direction you move the mouse in last is the way you swing the weapon or something like that. So like there is a little bit of different little some minor mechanics in there that are different, but from the whole picture and looking at it, it looks the same to me.
What
game's
gets me
just
hyped
shit.
about the with the melee fight is it's not like you said, it's all directional based, all of it. There's thrusts and there's 240 degrees of what direction you can attack somebody from with a swing, as well as in mid swing you can morph to a thrust, which is all one fluid movement. You can feint, which I mean like basically fake your swing out, and you combo all those in to make yourself a little less predictable against other people. So like you go in and feint and somebody blocks and that gives you an opening to go in for a thrust. You know what I mean? And I don't know, it's
weird.
It's all about reading people, and that's kind of exciting.
See, that's all you had to tell me earlier, Sully. I'm in. I'm on board. I love Chivalry, and that all the stuff you just said is the things that I love about Chivalry.
All right, so Joe's playing it tonight. Let's go.
Well, shit.
Sometimes you gotta pry, man. I don't give you everything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ginger Kid puts out worst review for game 2019. Thank you, YouTube.
But yeah, Mordhau is available on Steam right now, and everybody can buy it if they like to, especially if they like Chivalry, I guess.
Yeah, if you like Chivalry, it seems like a game that it'd be right down your alley. So,
like I said, it's hard for me to promote because I can relate and understand why people don't like it, because I don't like a lot of games that other people play, especially like Jump King, which looks miserable.
Ooh.
And you know, Bennett thought he's getting over it, which for some reason I downloaded and haven't refunded yet. Again.
Oh my gosh. You're mad.
Yeah, I got it again. I was drunk. Tom was like, I'm gonna play Getting Over It. I'm like, I'm gonna buy it too.
Yeah, I bought it too.
I bought it. Yeah, I didn't refund it yet.
I didn't either.
Is that it for you?
Yeah, I'm done, dude. That's all I've been playing.
I basically recently I went back to BioShock, did the strategy Frozen.
Oh shit.
No, that's just his face.
We have lost Joe.
I was back.
There you are. Yeah,
I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Hello.
We thought you were just being weird.
Yeah.
Really happy.
Yeah, really happy for a moment there.
Super happy.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Recently, I replayed the BioShock remake. Had fun with that. You know, it's the how old is that game now?
I think BioShock 1 came out like in 2007 or some shit.
Yeah, so I mean, it's nothing new. But going back to it, it seemed fun. It was a lot more difficult than I remember. And I talked to another guy that was playing it, and he said he just breezed through it on the hardest difficulty. And I was having trouble. I don't know what I did wrong. I did something wrong apparently, because like he was telling me like his wrench would kill enemies in like 2 hits, and like mine was taking like no joke, like 20 to 30 hits to kill one enemy. So like I don't know what I did wrong, but apparently I did something wrong where I was having a difficult time, and I was getting pretty pissed off at the game. But you know, it's one of those games, great story, you know, whatnot. And I just started playing BioShock 2 because I've never played the third one, so I wanted to do 1, 2, and then started the third one. And I have no clue about the third other than it does not take place in the water.
It does not.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I know about that one is it's in the sky, and that's about it.
It is.
But I will say BioShock 2. I was talking to Tom about this. It's like I remember when it came out, it got such a bad reputation because it wasn't the same as BioShock 1. But I'm honestly having way more fun with BioShock 2 than 1. Story wise, may not be the best. It may not. It's probably not, I hadn't finished it, so I can't remember what happens exactly. But I don't want to say the story's better or worse right now. But it's probably not going to be better than the story in the first one. But the gameplay is so much better to me in the second one. Just little things like being able to hack things from a distance instead of having to like run up to the fucking turret while it's shooting you to hack it. And then what else have I played? I played Book of Demons here recently. I'm having fun with that. I'm pretty new into that, so I can't really say too much, but it's kind of like Darkest Dungeon from what I can tell. In a way, not exactly, but it kind of has like your town hub where you can talk to people, and you pick up cards to give you powers and shit, and then you kind of go into a dungeon, and basically you're on a set path, and you gotta attack enemies and whatnot, and you know, level your character, and you're basically making your way down to hell to fight the devil, I guess. But as of right now, I would recommend that game. And then I also played Jump Knight recently. And
Jump King.
Yeah, I keep saying Jump Knight. I was telling someone else Jump Knight earlier. Jump King. I liked it, but I ended up refunding it because I got about halfway through the game I know I was halfway through because I watched a speed run, someone doing a speed run in like less than 5 minutes. So, yeah, no glitching or anything, just an actual 100% speed run in less than 5 minutes. So I knew I was about halfway through, and then I went to start the game up, and it had deleted my save file. So I was like, oh, well, shit. And I had put in like almost 2 hours into it. And I was like, well, fuck it. I'm not going to redo all that. So I'm just refunding it. And I felt like I got, just watching the speed run, I felt like I played half the game, you know, I felt like I kind of got what I could get out of the game anyway. So that's it.
I have also been playing Jump King. It is absolutely horrible and excruciating to play because of its gameplay. It is in the same vein as Getting Over Benefati, but I would say Jump King is it's more difficult because in Getting Over it you are essentially battling against the game's horrible controls and you can master them. Where in Jump King you can get better, but it is more difficult because you press A on. I play with the controller, so you press A on the Xbox controller, and that's how you jump. And depending on how long you press A, it determines the distance you jump, which it's super difficult to time everything where you jump to the place you want to jump.
I will say with Jump King, you would think that like you could just be like, oh, why don't you just like count in your head, like, you know, like hold it down for like 1, 2, 3 and then let go. But even trying to do that, they've made it, I don't know how they did, but they've made it where it's really hard to just time it like by counting in your head or something like that, because it seems like that would be the obvious thing to do, is just do something that would be, you know, consistent. But
it's difficult. Like, it's really difficult. And it's really those games that test your patience more than anything else. And when you make a mistake, you get punished like really severely for it. And that's what makes it kind of difficult, because you can't really grind spots for the right timing for things. Like, you can if you're able to do it, but once you fall, you get back to a place that you haven't been in a like a good 20-30 minutes. And that means that your timing on those places, those platforms, are off again. So you when you fall, you usually fall again because your timing is off on the next platform again. You get punished severely. I would not recommend Jump King to anybody. But I mean, if you're the kind of person who absolutely adores games that are meant to test your patience, then go for it. It works really well. It has no glitches or bugs on my part. I know Trevor said that he lost his save, but all in all, it's technically in good shape in my eyes.
Wait, out of all four of us, we all like kind of relatively enjoyed our games, but did not recommend a single one of them.
That's not true. I recommended Enter the Gungeon.
I will recommend. Right. Well, yeah, Trevor did recommend. I will also recommend a game that I did play. I had to check when I played Katana Zero, because I was not sure if I already played it like before, like if I played it after the last podcast. But I did. Katana Zero is a game I do recommend to anybody. I went into Katana Zero like really hoping for this kind of 2D, really action heavy like Katana game, because I mean it's called Katana Zero, right? But what ended up happening was I was way more invested into the story of the game. And I won't talk about the story because it's one of those games that I can't really talk about the story without spoiling it, because it really like comes out of nowhere. And the gameplay it's really fun. The actual levels where you do your slicing and dicing is fun to do. But it kind of gets repetitive. They kind of don't innovate. until a certain point where they completely make a 180, which I can't talk about because it spoils a massive part of the game. But I was very quickly into the playthrough. I finished the game like in one sitting, I think. So it's not super long. But very quickly into the playthrough, I was infinitely more invested into the story than the actual gameplay of the game, which is rare for me because, as Sully knows, I fucking hate reading.
Can we get the clip? Anybody? It's amazing. All of them. If you've ever seen Tom play a game where he has to narrate, it is the most comical shit show I've ever seen in my life. Because there's words on the screen, but they all sound like the whole time because he just hates reading.
Nice.
Oh, North, it's my most watched clip. That's, I mean, it's the clip that Sully's referencing is my most watched clip because I was playing Banner Saga, and the developers of Banner Saga came and watched me playing, and Sully clipped that and they posted that clip in their Discord.
It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And I was a real douchebag. Like when the devs actually came into my stream and they told me that they're the devs, I was like, no, you're not. Like I was convinced there's some fucking trolls. But yeah, no, they were the fucking devs of the game. I can't watch that now, North.
It's so good, dude.
Wait, is it the one that's just like gibberish?
Yes. Yes,
we'll
please
fucking
watch and listen.
We'll fucking watch it on the stream. Why not?
It is
Okay,
fantastic.
please do, yeah.
Let's go.
This is Tom's narration in a nutshell.
It's me narrating.
It sounds just like you.
Yeah. Sounds just like me.
The way you yell at the end of it, dude, just like I almost pissed myself.
It was a point. It was like a point of punctuation.
Yeah, it
I don't
really
know why.
was.
Yeah,
But the
because
last-
I do read everything. Like, you might get the picture that I don't read it, but in my head I do read everything. It's just that what I say is something different.
Your little scream at the end or whatever, your yell, it reminded me of the lead singer of Guar for some reason.
God damn it.
I don't think it's a compliment, man.
What are you talking about?
Successful.
Depends if you like heavy metal punk.
I don't do that sort of reading in every game though these days. I do try to I make more weird like voices for characters. But if the game is like really read heavy, then it will always turn to that.
It's like the reading, the narration equivalent of rage quitting is what Tom does.
It starts off like always really decent, like hello, my name is whatever, and then it goes up.
Did you say the reading rage bow?
Yeah, I did.
Take a look.
Reading rage bow. What the fuck?
Yeah, I did.
That's good. Touche.
Thanks.
But yeah, like
Taking
for
it down.
seriously though, Katana Zero is a good game, and it is a short one. I can pretty easily like recommend games that you can pretty much play and finish in one sitting. Because I mean you don't have to like invest 80 hours into them. God damn it, Joe.
I'm not sorry.
Oh, you
Won't
don't
even
have to be.
lie.
You don't have to be. Okay.
I have one more random thing that hopefully doesn't lead anywhere, but Blizzard announced the WoW Classic release date today.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, August 27th.
Yeah.
Is when. Yeah, I lost all my college years to WoW. I'm not going back to it, but I'm sure that I'm positive someone in this chat was wondering. So
you will fucking buy it. I know it.
Let me tell you
You're
how
a
bad
crack addict. You will buy it.
Let me tell you how bad it was. And I've had to tell several people this because they'll be like, no, you always go back to WoW. I will not go back to WoW. Whenever I was in college, I woke up at 6 a.m., did my dailies, went to school until 4:30 because I also worked there, went home, farmed for 2 hours, raided until about 2 a.m., farmed for another hour, went to bed, woke up, did it again. So
man,
I was
unhealthy.
on like 4 hours of sleep. And it got so bad. I didn't have an external hard drive. I had a camera with a built-in hard drive. I put WoW on my camera so I could smuggle it into school. So I sat in this like little 30 by 5 foot computer closet, in this wiring closet. And while I worked on old shitty computers, I was sitting there with my camera plugged into a computer through the USB, playing WoW off my camera.
You may need to have a talk with somebody.
I did. Side.
God damn.
It got, like I said, it got bad. That was 7 days a week for like 2 years.
Jesus.
Just wondering, like, how do you get out of that?
Like I sat down one day and I realized I hadn't seen any of my loved ones in like a year. That's honestly what happened. Like I remember I had a family member come in from out of town and everyone wanted to go eat at the Legion for the fish fry. And I was like, nah, I'm just going to stay home and play WoW. And that person left and I didn't see him again. I didn't see him like the whole time they were in. And like, I just sat down one day and I was like, is it like, I love that person. Is this video game really worth more to me than that person? And I decided it wasn't.
This honestly sounds like somebody that is like going through recovery.
Dude, I'm not joking.
Could relapse at any moment.
Yeah,
like you should not get WoW again.
This podcast turned into a PSA real quick.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for those of you who aren't addicted to WoW, because I have an addictive personality. I know that, so I can't even dip a toe. So
well, shit. Don't get WoW, I guess.
I hope someone else gets WoW. I hope they enjoy it. I do, but it's not for me.
He just wants one of us to get it so he can play with us.
Live vicariously. I'm gonna watch you stream all day.
I played WoW for 2 weeks.
I hated it.
My school buddies bought it for me because I railed on the game for like months, and for Christmas they fucking bought it to me, and I played for 2 weeks and I hated it, and I never touched WoW again, and I'm not gonna this time either.
I can rage on Final Fantasy 14 for hours. I cannot do WoW.
Yeah. I've tried other MMOs to get that fix, and it just doesn't. It doesn't. WoW. It is specifically WoW. I tried Final Fantasy 11. I've tried Secret World. I've tried 14. None of them are WoW. So I just can't play MMOs because WoW ruined me. Now you know. Now you know the dark side of Joe's crack addicted past.
We have just become your support group.
Yeah.
And nobody even asked if it wanted to.
I'll be your sponsor. I'll send you my phone number. Just call me.
I can make you those little chips.
Yeah.
Can I get a 7 years clean chip?
Yeah.
Joe calls me next week. He's like, I'm really thinking about it, man.
It's only a month away, dude. Come on, just take it.
I want to pre-order it right now.
I'll play on Nostalrius, I swears. Yeah.
God damn.
So there you go. For those of you that like WoW and are fine with it, that's like 2 months away. So that's cool. Or 3 months.
There is a lot of games being announced right now, though. Like before E3 too. Like Oddworld got a new trailer. There was some.
I did not know that.
There was some other the Oddworld trailer, like they call it a gameplay trailer, but it's like one of the worst kinds of gameplay trailers. So I mean, watch it if you want to, but it doesn't really matter.
Rage 2 just came out.
Oh yeah, Rage 2 came out today. Reviews are pretty gameplay wise. They think the game is good, but world wise, it's lackluster. I will play Rage on this channel tomorrow. Technically today for me, even though
did you buy it?
Oh no, not yet. I mean,
Oh, okay.
there's a slight chance that I won't because, and I was stupid. It was my fucking ignorance. I thought that when Bethesda announced that they are going to sell the game on Steam rather than the Bethesda launcher, I thought stupidly that you won't need the Bethesda launcher for the game, but you do. You need 2 launchers to play one game.
Oh, so they're going the Far Cry route where you can buy Far Cry. Yeah.
I was so pissed off whenever I bought Far Cry 4. I was so mad.
Yeah, it was bad. So it took me forever to finally, and I need to play it some more because I did enjoy it. I finally broke down and installed their Uplay launcher again just to play Far Cry 5. And it is fun. I do enjoy it. I don't regret downloading their launcher. I just hate having 1,000 launchers.
Yeah.
I hate having to launch a game through one launcher to launch a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I bought Trials Rising not too long ago, and it did the same thing to me. Like made me download Ubi and everything. I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Well,
So I mean, I'm honestly I'm considering just downloading the Bethesda launcher and buying the game through Bethesda launcher.
you may as well, to be honest.
Yeah, you just cut out a step because I don't remember if on Uplay if you owned a Far Cry game on Steam, could you launch it through Uplay? Or do you have to launch it through Steam, which then launches it through Uplay?
I think you can add the game to the Uplay launcher.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Trials lets me open up Ubi's launcher and then just launch it from there, but I'm not sure about Far Cry.
The last time I bought like a game through Steam and that required Ubi was I think Far Cry 3.
Yeah,
And
that was the last one I bought before 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I skipped 3 too. Oh, 4. I mean, I went from.
Yeah, I
From
skipped
3 to
4
5.
and Primal.
Oh yeah, Primal too. I forgot about that. Everybody forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, you might as well just buy it through Bethesda's launcher. There's no reason not to.
I was just ignorant. I was just so fucking ignorant. I thought that announcing that the games are on Steam would mean that they're on Steam. But no, it's Steam with extra steps.
No, look at Metro. It's still on Steam. You can't buy it.
Oh yeah,
It's there.
yeah.
But you can still launch it through Steam.
Well, yeah, but you
If
have to set it up the same way as you do with external games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
no,
mean,
I think
if you bought
No, I
Metro before they announced the Epic exclusivity, then you can play it on Steam.
yeah, that's what I
but
meant.
we don't fucking pre-order.
Yeah, we don't.
That's true.
That's why we get fucking fucked with
Yeah.
Epic exclusives.
Maybe we should start pre-ordering, guys.
No.
Oh shit, yeah.
Maybe we should pre-order World of Warcraft.
For sure.
Yeah.
Dude, if you do, they actually a 15-year-old game has pre-order bonuses. If you pre-order it now, you can reserve your name. You can reserve your character's name. So,
My fucking god, they actually believe that there's gonna be so many people. No, what they're banking on that people have nostalgia. They want their old nickname.
Yeah, they want the exact same name. That's exactly what they're banking on.
Well, for some reason, I didn't think this was going to be this exciting. And there is a stupid amount of people that are really, really hype about this.
Oh yeah, people have been asking
but-
for Classic WoW for years.
A huge portion of the people that played Classic WoW just repeatedly tell me that Classic WoW was shit.
It was garbage.
So why do you want to play it?
Because it was my
Why do
childhood,
you want
Sully.
this?
I remember high school. Everyone hated
Oh
me.
my god. I had better things to do back then. I'd rather lay in a bathtub and poop in it.
Yeah, no, vanilla was garbage. I probably, you know what? Now that I think, I could probably play Classic because I hate Classic. I could probably casually play Classic.
See, they're they are like, it's not gonna be a carbon copy of Classic though. They're gonna have all the quality of life stuff that has come up over the years that they're gonna put into Classic.
Then I can't play it. I'll stay away from
Okay.
it. Yeah.
All right.
Good talk.
Good talk about Classic. I mean, wow, Classic. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been a good episode. I feel happy about this.
Had fun.
Thanks for being here, Sully.
Thanks for inviting me again.
No
I
problem.
enjoy seeing
Appreciate
your
you
face.
You're my side bitch.
Thanks.
You're my main bitch.
I'm a bitch.
No matter how you slice it.
Yeah. Both of those just point to the same thing.
So this episode will be on YouTube probably tomorrow. If I don't get super lazy. Even no, I'm not gonna promise today. That's fucking absurd. But yeah, the next episode we'll do next month. I can't really say when because we haven't discussed that. But the next episode will be exclusively just E3. I mean, if anybody wants to shoehorn a game that they've been playing, then you can do that. But it'll mainly be just E3.
Yeah, so that means expect it at earliest the week of the 16th. At best next month. Week of the 16th. Because that's the week following E3.
I have some ideas though, but I won't discuss them here.
Dang.
Dang it.
That means he's gonna yell at us after we end the stream.
Yeah, it's when I'll shove my fist up everyone's ass.
You don't know what Joe's into.
You don't want to know. I can't say it on stream. We're already too close to getting banned.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean,
trainer.
we did talk about a porn game and
The trainer VR.
yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And next month will be the big one, the really biggie one, because it is the most magical time of the year. But
Halloween?
no, it's not fucking Halloween, little bitch.
It's basically Halloween.
So
Always gonna be a bitch.
oh no,
Good.
let's fucking wave to chat.
Bye.
Bye everyone.
Braggy.
Thanks for
Follow me.
watching.